something really, really quick. Give me like 5 seconds.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Your time is running out. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's not about what you've done. It's about what you're doing.
What's good? What's good?
It's all about where you going, no matter where you've been.
Hey, what's up, Debating News? I'm going to ask everybody to do me a big favor. While the night is still young, I'm going to ask y'all to ping y'all friends and invite them in. Hit that little square box with the arrow.
It's not about what you've done, it's about what you're doing. It's all about where you're going, no matter where you've been. Let's go. Let's go.
Can we make it happen today in this beautiful
Let's
fourth?
make it happen.
Can we make it happen, y'all?
Let's make it happen.
Give me 50 shares.
Ooh,
Let's celebrate this fourth with 50 shares. Let's go.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it
Happy 4th of July. If you are in the building right now, and if you know that today is 4th of July, can somebody just say, Happy 4th of July?
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
I got about, you know what? Let me do something a little different. Hold on a second. I'm going to cut off hand raising for 1 second, and I'm going to turn it back on just in case you guys didn't realize it was on. So I'm going to make sure that it's on and it's going to be open to everyone and not limited to just the club members. I'm going to open up to everyone. Do me a big favor when I do that. Show a little Debate the News support. Give me a little currency. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of individuals. I want at least 15. Even if you don't speak, y'all look so beautiful. Can you come to my stage and beautify my stage? If you are a person, or if you identify as a person or a human being, or if you know any human beings, I want you to come to the stage. Matter of fact, I'm in a good mood. Aliens, y'all come to the stage too. Once again, I need about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, y'all. I need more rows. I got 7 more hand raised. CB, help me bring these folks up. So when you raise your hand, make sure you come up. I want much more rows than this. Come on, we got to show Clubhouse that Debate the News know how to throw a party on the 4th. All right, because they about to be a party. All right, so let's do this. Let's get this money. Keep coming up, y'all. Raise your hands and come to the stage. Also, I got 31 shares. Let's get that to 50 shares in the hallway. And if you could ping your friends and invite them in. Ping your friends and invite them in. Jonathan Bing, I'm a little confused about something. I don't know if this was a typo. I don't know if it was a mistake. But I saw something where this police department had, let me look at it, make sure I'm not going crazy. Michigan Police Chief has apologized after it emerged that the department used images of black men during target practice. So their target practice was focused on shooting black men in the face, in the chest, with kill shots. Did you see that bullshit, Jonathan? So basically, notice what I did, everybody. I pivoted because Jonathan. Okay.
No, I was talking. I'm looking at what you just sent me, bro. That's deep, bro. That ingrains that ingrains that black men are prey. That's what it is. They're prey. Wow. I mean,
well, you know what, Jonathan? I'll tell you what, my brother. In basketball, they got a thing called deliberate practice. Okay, it could apply to any business. But it's one thing to practice, but they say practice makes perfect. No, they say perfect practice makes perfect. So based on that, Jonathan, it seems like they're doing some deliberate practice, and they're doing a damn good job at it, bro.
Wow. You know what, Jerry?
Let that breathe.
You know what? Once again, I can't argue with it. They use black men. I mean, hey, Jerry, I'm gonna post that to the top because that's deep, Jerry. I really just looking at it. It's pretty damn deep.
They didn't have any different nationalities. The store only manufactured black men for those posters.
No, they're minorities. So, Jerry, if they're a minority, why are you using the minority? It's not like, oh, we're gonna. So that was deliberate and purposeful. Absolutely. It's not like, hey, we just go. They didn't have a mixture. They just black men. So excuse me. Yeah, absolutely discerning.
This is y'all need to wake up. If there's anybody in this room, anybody in the audience that thinks that when we have these conversations, we put a lot of energy towards this, well, apparently the people that's shooting the black people down, they put more energy towards it, even in practice. It's all starting to make sense.
Well, DJ Friday will probably have a have a problem with you saying that.
DJ Friday's at a barbecue. Jonathan, DJ Friday's at a barbecue. He ain't think about no goddamn debate the news right now. That boy, like, can I get some rib tips? Nah, we love you, brother. Even though you're not in here, you at the barbecue. We love you though, bro. But Jonathan, bro, it all makes sense. Do you understand? You can ingrain something in somebody's psyche. You could program something. It makes sense. Oh, we're in the street, we're practicing. What they say in police, 2 to the body, 1 to the head.
Wow. So absolutely, I see it. I totally get it. I totally understand what you're saying. Makes all the sense in the world, man. So
and he's gonna apologize. He's gonna apologize for what? For what? How about every police department? How about y'all do these police department chiefs? How about y'all all apologize for every black man you gunned down and unjustly. Even the ones you beat the case for. Yeah, let that breathe. Even the ones you beat the case on. Some bullshit.
So wait, so you're telling me that that JAYLAND Walker situation, where they said that it was justified. That case, that's something that is probably suspect as well, Jerry. It's not just like they said, police feeling threatened.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. What, 8 people with guns, one dude running, and I don't know, maybe his hand when he was running, it kind of went in an upward motion, and they may have thought that if it would have went further into another motion, that it probably would have went and pulled. Come on, man, stop all that bullshit. Why do you even go to the shooting range? What about shoot him in his ass? You understand? What about shoot him in the leg? Well, I mean, come on, bro. What about the bean bags that they use at riots with other people? Those guns. What about those bean bags that they use? You know what I'm talking about? The shotguns that got the less lethal.
Well, they do that, Jerry, because the news cameras are out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they gotta show face. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, whatever we can use less lethal, i.e., when cameras are around, we do it.
Back in the day, Jonathan, they sucked the German shepherds on the black folks. Back in the Huey Newton days, a little bit, they would get the dogs, and just if you standing there, they sick the dogs and you let the dogs chew your ass up. Now they said that's not enough. We're gonna shoot you. We don't want the dogs to bite you. We want to shoot you.
So you're saying this is purposeful?
Come on, bro. Come on, Jonathan. How many times something got to happen before y'all know that that's just the way it is? And it's probably somebody in the audience feeling uncomfortable. But you know what? The parents of those poor black boys. And guess what, Jonathan? Women do crime, but for some reason, it's the black man that they're targeting. It's the black man that they're targeting. It's almost like, I don't know, bro, some sick shit.
Jerry, listen to me. I don't know. You know what? C-Rock is an expert on this, man. Let's see what C-Rock has to say about this. C-Rock is an expert on black culture. C-Rock, what are your thoughts?
What kind of culture?
Black culture.
Yeah. Well, I learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot. But look, man. I mean, I don't even know what to think. I mean, I'm perplexed of what you just said because I didn't hear about that before. And I'm actually speechless for the first time. It's unacceptable, man. I don't even. Where do we start? Here. I will say this, and you might say it's conspiracy theory, and that's okay. But there's been a lot of studies done that those in power do things that it would be just absolutely so wild and crazy that if somebody went against it, every other person would say it was a conspiracy theory, and then the general public, the majority of the public, works for those people in power by holding those people that think they know what's going on by calling them conspiracy theorists. And so I don't think anything's done accidentally here. I think it's definitely done on purpose. I think there is an agenda, without a doubt.
Well, C-Rock, I'm gonna tell you what the agenda is, okay? Let me tell you what the agenda is, in case he's confused, Jonathan. But I just want to make sure he stays in the right direction.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the 60s, they was killing black people, but they called them niggas back then. Okay, which they still do, but they say it under their breath. Listen. I'm just telling you what they do. They call them niggas. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it 100. So back in the day, they would say it more blatantly, but now they can't say it because it may get picked up by some type of audio. So they say it under their breath. They say it in the car amongst each other. So the conspiracy is look, we can now kill them and get away with it. So the agenda is what it's always been. It's racist, evil people. That's all it is. So let's not accidentally make it seem like this is something else like the Trump thing or like the vaccine. No. This is just one race that can't stand another race. Or no, let me make sure I say this more correct. Certain people in a particular race, because it's not the full all white people. It's just certain white people can't stand black people. So, and some of them became cops. Some of them became doctors and people in the emergency room, and they treat those people a certain way. I went to an emergency room. Okay, when I had COVID, I had a guy treat me so bad that the head of the department of the hospital came to me, and she was a Hispanic lady. She went in there and lit him up and said she's going to report him, and said she went through the exact same thing 5 years ago with her mother at a different hospital. So it's not just in the police force. It's just certain people in certain ethnic groups hate black people. See, Rock? That's the
Jerry,
case.
Jerry, hold on, Jerry.
I've seen it. I've seen it, man. 100%.
What's up, Jonathan?
I'm gonna give you some pushback on that, bro, because I went to Lowe's yesterday to I was repairing my screen door, the wind blew, whatever. I walked in Lowe's and I grabbed the little thing that holds the door, and I walked up to I guess the return. It was one person there, no line, and I've done this probably about I don't know 60 times because I go to Lowe's quite often, And there's a black woman there, Jerry. And so after she finished ringing up the guy, I said, "Hey, okay, you can ring me out." She goes, "Oh, this is returns, guys. It's customer service. So if you guys don't know it, you can go to customer service and get it wrong out." So she goes, "Yeah, but yeah, you can go over there to the cashier to get it done." I was like, "Yeah, but I'd much rather do it here." Do you know this black woman? Okay, it's a black lady because I was dressed down. Okay, well, I'm in the middle of return, and she wasn't in the middle of return, and she made me wait. And then two people came in line, and she goes, "Oh, ma'am, come over." And she grabbed the person in that second line, and then she started ringing that person. I was like, "What are you doing?" So at this point, I started recording, just because it's just like it's just crazy to see. And so I asked her to get a manager. She totally ignored me, didn't call a manager. I actually had to get another associate to get a manager. So Jerry, and then when the manager came, the manager was like, "Oh, are you recording?" I have nothing to say. Well, I'm actually sending that video to you, Jerry. Is you're saying that this is a thing that other cultures are doing. Unfortunately, I think it happened because I think a lot of black people. Okay, that's why the black dollar only lasts a couple minutes in the community and goes right out. A lot of
Let me explain
black
something
people.
to you.
Well, a lot of black people are doing the same goddamn things to black people. So let's be clear there, Jerry. All right, so let's be clear.
You know what? Clubhouse is a perfect example of how some black people hate on other black people. It's a perfect example. So we don't have to look far as to Lowe's, but I got to say something. And let me have a drum roll for a second. That lady that you're referring to, I will bet you $1 you will never, ever, 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 ever hear or see a video clip of her going out there gunning down black people. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about some ignorant people just got a little jealousy and hate them. You have a certain demeanor about you, Jonathan. And huh? What'd you say? Jonathan? Jonathan Bing?
Yeah, can you, okay, I couldn't hear you. You went out there for a moment. I was like, "Oh, you did?"
No, you went out.
That was me.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I don't know.
You have a certain.
Yeah, I don't know what
You have a certain. You did you hear the part where I said never, ever, ever? You didn't hear all that part?
I think that she would never. Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. But no, what I was saying, Jerry, the only reason I said what I said was because it's become very pervasive. Is what I'm trying to point to. I'm trying to make, Jerry. I get what you're saying, but there was a black cop involved in that shooting as well with JAYLAND Walker. So, and when you and I spoke about that the other day, because when I'm approached and there's a bunch of white cops and then one black cop, I stay the hell away from that black cop because I most likely, not all the time, I know that he's going to probably be the one that is probably the more aggressive one.
It was 8 cops. It was 8 cops. If 7 of them was black and 1 was white, we could have that conversation. It was 8 cops. 7 was white and 1 was black. You know how that one black cop is going to show out because he's too weak to be a man and stand on his own. So he's gonna follow like a doughboy. You know how they do that crap, Jonathan. You know how they do that.
Of course, and that's what I just said. Absolutely, that's why I just said that. That's why I brought it up. I agree. That's the sentiment I was making exactly. So, it's good.
Hi, how are you guys? Can I say something, please?
Go ahead, miss.
Hi, how are you? I live in a small town in New York called West Nyack, New York. Um, and I always see that it's very small. It's a very, very small town. So I always see like the black cops. They're always so mean. And they always give out tickets no matter what you do. So I'm not from here, from
Wait. Let
West
me ask you a
Africa,
question,
but
Miss. They always give
yep.
they always give out tickets. Have they ever shot you?
No, no.
So I don't understand why you're speaking about mean cop. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What's meaner? What's meaner? Getting shot 50 times in your head, your
I
stomach, and
think
your body, or getting no, no,
overboard.
no. Let me ask you a question though. Just answer this question. We're
That's
talking
for
about
me.
we're talking about some white cops, some stuff they did to some black people, and the only thing you could do is unmute your mic to talk about how some cops are mean because they're black and they give you some tickets. So I'm asking you a question.
She's
Do you think
debating the news.
I know, but I'm asking you a question. Is it mean to give tickets or is it mean to shoot somebody and kill them because of the color of their skin? Which one, miss?
It's very mean to kill somebody for because they color the skin.
So what made
Absolutely.
you come to the stage and want to have a conversation about black cops, you know, giving some tickets? Have you been watching the news lately, miss?
Not really.
Not really. Okay. Well you need to watch the news, okay? So why don't you take a quick break and turn on the news for a second and look at what really is mean. Do that.
Damn, Jerry. Yo, Jerry got his hatchet out today. Holy shit. I'm still the hell
How
away
she gonna
from you,
come to the
Jerry.
goddamn stage? We got mothers losing fucking children, getting shot up, shot 60 times. Kids ain't coming home, and the only thing she fixed her damn mouth to do is talk about some cops giving tickets.
Pathetic.
That's some bullshit. Your timing is off, miss.
Um, but
Talking
what's
about
up?
mean.
My name's Donald. I'm from Maryland. I'm like an hour and a half from Baltimore. I'm in a PG County area, and I've seen a lot of on the news. I watch the news all the time with these racist police officers shooting black people because of the color of their skin. And actually, this has nothing to do with the shooting. But I actually recently saw something where these white officers was arresting this guy for I guess illegally using a weapon, and they handcuffed him and put him in the back of a police van. And in that van, they didn't have any like seatbelts or anything like that. And so I guess what happened was when they were driving, the police officer that was driving that van, he was white. He slammed on the brakes, and that man flew and pretty much injured his head. And all the police were doing was just like yelling at him, saying like they went to check on him. And when he was laying there, they're like, "Move! What are you doing? Move!" And he was like, "I can't. Like I just like almost like injured my head." And there's like, "You're not even the lady." The white girl was like, "You're not even trying." And I'm like over here like, "What the fuck do you mean?" He's literally like hurt. And come to find out, this dude was paralyzed from his chest down. And then not only that, but when they took him out the van, they pulled him out of the van, dragged him out, and then they threw him in a cell, and they didn't give him any medical attention. It was fucked up.
And once again, everybody, we're not saying there's not any good cops.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
There's
not
plenty
saying
of
there's
people.
any, and like Jonathan said, there's across the board, there's bad ones. But hey, brother, did you see the link up top? This Michigan police chief target practice for the police officers
Mhm.
is only black men on posters. The target practice.
Oh,
So he apologized because some kids was like, "Why do you only have black men on these posters? Is like that? Is that just the only thing you guys gotta focus on practicing shooting black people?"
wow.
So he did a public apology. But why was it there in the first place?
Exactly.
Nothing but black men in your shooting range on the poster. Come on, y'all. That's some bullshit.
That is
I
crazy.
wonder how
Wow.
these black cops that were working there felt during the target practice and why they never spoke up about it.
Maybe they were nervous. I
That's a
don't know.
that's
'Cause
that's that's a good question. But before
that is
Because
good.
they trying to
but
fit in.
before we go any further, how's everybody's 4th of July going? How y'all doing with y'all 4th of July?
Pretty good. There's some macaroni and cheese and ribs.
God damn, Jerry. How you gonna just go and say how's everybody 4th of July
Right.
after you don't hit us with all that heavy shit? The hell?
Hey,
One end to the other. One end to the
Hey,
other.
can I ask
hey,
a question
it
real
would.
quick?
Hey, brother, can I just finish my little
My
thing
bad.
that I do? Just 1 second. It's all good. Hey, it wouldn't be Jonathan. You would not have debate the news without your renegade partner Jerry.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How could you have? Who would be saying they call them niggas? Who would talk like that? Cause you won't. You wasn't ready for
Hold
that one,
on.
was you?
All right.
Jonathan, you need this renegade on this stage, bro. If y'all agree that Jonathan needs this renegade on this stage, put it in the chat. Jonathan needs this renegade on this stage. Thank you. Go ahead, brother. The guy that was speaking. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say, and the reason I asked this question because I was in a debate with an ex-police officer. Uh, I can say you're a friend of mine now. You know, I buy books from him. We get into discussions. Uh, how do you differentiate a good officer and a bad officer? And the reason I asked this question is, I live in Baltimore, so we see a lot of what really police officers do right up in our face. We don't have to look at the cameras. But anytime you see a situation where police are going overboard, you see two or three of them most of the time, especially when they're going hands on. But the other ones kind of sit there with their hands on their hips and looking up to the sky sometimes. You know, like almost like they know it bothers them, but they do nothing about it. So and I was explaining to this ex-officers that when I see several officers, even though there's a few out the group going overboard, I consider them all of them bad because
Mm-hmm.
you got 15 of them sitting there watching, 15
Right.
of them that didn't say anything, that didn't police the other police
That's a
officers.
good point,
So it's
Yeah,
the
brother.
yeah,
same.
that's a good
That
point.
that that's a
It's the
good point.
I see the same thing like in street gangs. It's a
Mm-hmm.
gang mentality. So
Yep.
I was telling him
Hey,
when
you
I
know,
in the
you know, in
90s.
psychology, they got a thing called herd mentalities.
Mm-hmm.
They say you can go to a uh, what do you call it? Not a parade. What do you call it? Thing? Protest.
Mm-hmm.
And one person see one person do something like that, they'll throw a bottle at something, and then and you know it's like a herd
Exactly.
mentality that they start copying. But those people
That
that,
watch.
hey, oh boy, Jonathan, oh boy, got good ad libs. Hey, what's your name, bro?
I'm Donald.
Donald's. Hey, people like him are good for the room. Like, mm-hmm. Oh,
Appreciate
what? Oh, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
it.
But no. So the difference is with a gang, those are gangs, and most of them come from, rough this and that. They weren't trained, so the herd mentality should not apply to the police officers. They should know better.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
and
Jerry,
and
but I
so
would
one
to
second,
answer.
Dave. Let me say
Go
this
ahead.
last part. When y'all hear me talking right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm guilty of. I'm guilty of taking myself away from it, and I'm thinking about the parents.
Right.
We're sitting here and debate the news. Some of us gonna have barbecue today. Some of us gonna, do whatever we choose to do. Some of us gonna go to the beach. But you still have an option and you have a choice to what you do. So when we have these conversations and we talk about these police, and Jerry may say something that some of you are like, oh, I can't believe Jerry just said that. Imagine how the parents feel on the 4th of July, whose baby got shot. Imagine
Right.
how the auntie, the sister, the girlfriend. Go ahead, David.
No, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to. He asked a good question, right? What makes the difference between a good cop and a bad cop? And in my mind, I think, you know, every public servant makes an oath, right? When you become an officer or
Mm-hmm.
military or public servant, you make an oath. So you might not necessarily break the law, but when you break the oath that you honored and swore your life to, uphold and defend, then I think that's the difference between a good officer and a bad officer.
Yes, because
But you know what? They didn't break the oath though, brother. You know, they had an oath, and the oath was their oath.
Well, just like to your point,
Okay?
right? The guy's point. There's a bunch of other officers that are there that see something take place. You're breaking your oath because you're not protecting the public.
And the reason I asked that question just real quick, and like I said, I'm in Baltimore. Around the Freddie Gray riots, we had 30 police officers that's indicted from that era. I mean, from that time. But there was one police officer who was killed. Everybody know he was killed by other officers because he's supposed to the witness. So it seemed like good officers. I'm talking about really good officers. We know right and wrong. Everybody's born with a sense of some type of right and wrong, but we all know right and wrong. It seems like when good officers really stand up against other officers and keeping to what they was taught to do, not differentiating between the public and officers, they don't stay on the force too long. They either get shunned, they either have to quit, or they even have to resign. I'm talking about good officers, not for committing the crime, but actually policing another police officer. You know, they lose their job for that.
Man, I had a Latino officer pull me over, and anybody that knows me, they know I'll probably have one drink maybe once every 6 months, if that. But I went to Hollywood and I hung out with my buddy, who's also Latino. He's a good friend of mine who happens to be a sheriff. So we hung out, and I'm on my way home, and I'm lit. Now, mind you, I'm not a drinker. You give me 2 drinks, I'm definitely over the limit. Bro, I tried to make a left turn, and then I realized halfway through the turn, there was no left turn. That cop jumped on my, you know how they jump on your rear end where you can't even put a business card between it, they on your rear end like that at the light. As soon as that light turned, I made the left. They pulled me over, asked me if I've been drinking, told them yes, asked me how many, I told him. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I never told this part of the story. He asked me for my driver's license. I promise you, true story. I didn't have it with me at this particular time. No driver's license, couple drinks. He told me to follow his finger. He said, oh yeah, let me tell you what that Latino cop did. He said, pull over and park your car right there. I pull over and park my car. He said, call somebody to come pick you up. That's what that Latino officer did to me. He said, call somebody to come pick you up. I was like, are you serious? He said, yes. I couldn't believe it. So there's some well, he was Latino though, but there's some very, very nice police officers out there. So let's not police bash, but this dude was Latino though.
Latino police officers are always the nicest, aren't they?
Are you Latino,
No,
C-Rock?
no, I'm making a joke because of the other stuff that we just talked about. But yeah, you know what, Jerry? Like, you're just a nice guy, though, dude. Like, good things happen to nice people.
Yeah, that's right. He's probably a good judge of
I'm
character
gonna
because
I'm
us
gonna
Latinos.
I'm gonna tell you some another what a white cop did, and then this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Give me 15 seconds, guys. Just keep me in the queue for 15 seconds. But I'm gonna give you an example of how some cops are really cool. There's a street called La Brea Straightaway where when you go down that street, you I don't care what kind of car you in. If you're in a bucket, you're gonna go about 80 miles per hour just because it's that type of street. But I was in an SUV, and so I was speeding, and he pulled me over. I didn't see him. He had the gun, the radar, and he pulled me over, and he said, do you know how fast you was going? I said, no. He said, guess. And I was like, no, I don't want to guess because you probably recording me, and I'm gonna get in trouble. He said, no, just guess. And I said, man, I don't know, 45. And he said, step out of the car. David, I'm not making this story up. He said, step out of the car. I step out of the car. He said, take this gun, the radar gun, and point it at any car and pull the trigger. I couldn't believe he did that. Swear to God. And I did it.
Oh wow.
He said, do you see what this gun feels like? I said, yeah. He said, this thing is extremely accurate. He said, you was going about 80. I said, oh my God. He said, but you know what? I'm going to give you a break. White cop.
See, there are some really nice white cops. Like, I've been watching shows like Live PD came and all that, and a lot of them are nice.
Hey,
I was a nice cop,
but guess what he said? He said, I'm just gonna give you a ticket for your tinted windows, and that's it. He said, wow. he said, but I'm not gonna hit you with that speeding ticket. You know what I did? I went to my car, pull out one of my postcards and gave it to him. Say, if you ever need some help in real estate, I'm your guy. He never called me though, but he gave me a break though. So I am not, let this echo, bashing police. I'm bashing those devils that do the wrong things though.
Exactly.
Hey, John, boy got some good ass ad libs.
Good ad libs.
What's your name again, brother, so I can see you?
I'm Donald.
Donald, I don't see you though. Where you at?
Oh wow. Where am I? I don't know. There's a lot of people here. I don't know.
Hey, Donald, I'm about to give you a mod badge, okay? But there's some responsibilities that come with that mod badge.
Mm-hmm.
You can't mod anybody up. Mm-hmm. You can't kick anybody out the room. Mm-hmm. And you got to send me $1,000 on the give money.
Cash up.
I'm broke.
Man, hey, Donald, don't ever, 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 ever come to a stage and say you're broke. Don't even play like that. Okay? So take that back.
Well, yeah, okay. I don't got that much money.
Just say you in between funds, bro. You in between funds.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Jerry, I can't find him either.
He just got modded. Hey, shout out to you, Donald.
Steel.
You said you're a blind rapper in your profile?
Oh, I didn't even read that. Oh, my brother,
That's amazing.
You a rapper?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know what, my brother? We got about 302 people in here. Do you know how to freestyle?
No, but I do have a song on my YouTube. Well, I do freestyle, but the way I
Okay,
freestyle
okay,
is kind of like.
listen. No, Donald, you
Mhm,
got 5 seconds to get ready. I need you to think about it real quick. Are you ready? You're going to have to
mhm.
drop some type of verse. Are you ready? Five, four, three, two, go. Donald?
Yeah. Can I play one of my songs that I have?
Shit.
'Cause
I'll
I,
come back. I'll come back to you in a minute, my brother. I'll let you play it later.
I,
Hey
Ne-
Jerry, by the way, yesterday,
Wait,
man,
wait.
you absolutely killed it, man. You absolutely killed it
Oh,
yesterday.
well,
So
thank you. Oh, I'm
props.
sorry. I didn't know you was
Don't
about
don't
to.
push me off when I'm trying to give you some flowers, man.
I didn't know you was talking about me. Carry on.
I'm done. I'm done now.
Everybody mute their mic. Carry on. We,
Nah,
we got
that
about
that
10 minutes.
nah,
Go ahead, bro.
between songs, the commentary. I mean, it was just ridiculous, man. I was loving it.
Man, me and Nelson held it down for you know what? We haven't did that. Shoot, maybe in about a damn. I can't even remember how long ago it was. Yeah, I can't remember, but me and Nelson haven't done nothing like that. So it was a lot of fun. Us coming together. We had Jonathan up
7 months.
top. Yeah, yeah. We had Jonathan up top, Nelson up top. Nelson was like the Black Beatles are back together. So we killed it. So I expect y'all going to get more of that from the trio. So appreciate you. But Donald, man, appreciate you, my brother. And I'm going to wish you much support with your journey, my brother. Okay.
I appreciate it.
So stay positive like you are.
Yep. Thank you.
So where we at, Mr. Bing?
Well, Jerry, where we are, we're talking. Well, guess what? The shooters are at the end. They're at it again. Mass shooters. They shot up the parade in the Chicago suburb, and man, oh man, 6 people are dead, and there's a lot of good people with guns out there, Jerry. There's a lot of good people with guns.
Here we go.
So
Here we go.
So the good people with guns was not able to stop the bad guy with a gun. So that theory's out
Wait
the
a minute,
window.
Jonathan. Wait a minute. I'm about to push back, bro. And I'm about to push back hard. How do you know? How do you know that people with guns was standing right near that dude in the vicinity that had guns? How do you know? And just because you have guns, don't mean you like David.
Jerry, I understand that, Jerry, but I get that. But what I'm
Everybody's
trying
not
to,
David. Everybody's not
I
David's crazy
yeah,
ass.
yeah, I understand that, Jerry. There's a lot of police.
Facts.
It was a lot of police officers out there. Okay, he went up. He was on the top of a roof, and he got he was able to. He had the leverage. I mean, it was just ridiculous. We got to do something about these gun laws. We got to do something about these gun laws. Not saying you take anyone's gun away, but Jerry, I mean, people are being killed
What
for
was
no
it? What was
reason.
the
There was
MO of the
no
guy?
freaking reason.
I didn't read that. What was the MO of the guy? Let's get to that part. Was it who's the guy?
So
I want somebody else to talk
there's
about
an
that.
I was out
there's
there
an
actually
update.
after the shooting. I live 5 minutes from the place.
What color
Uh,
was it? What color was the guy? I'm just curious.
White,
it was a white guy,
22
22 years
years
old right
old.
now.
His name
Yeah,
is Robert E. Crimo the third.
the third.
They
They
found
just
him that
they
fast.
just
God damn.
identified him as a suspect, armed and dangerous. They declined. Police declined to answer how, and he's in a silver Honda Fit. And then they gave out the license plate number.
Yo, he's also got IMB credits. He's I guess a rapper or something.
No, but
The fact that he's driving a
he
fit.
was actually shooting from out of a roof. So people from for a while they didn't know from where the shooting coming from. Actually, I stopped by after 5 minutes at the shooting place because I live really close to that place to Highland Park, and it's crazy. I mean, like spots like
Beatty,
80 or plus police cars. It was crazy,
what
ridiculous.
what do we do, Beatty? What do we do, everybody? Like, okay, we come to debate the news, but is there anything that can be done? Like
That's what I'm like. That's what I'm wondering too, man. It's
Sure,
crazy.
if the previous shooters would be executed probably publicly, probably I don't know if it's a good
Wait,
idea.
what
This
do
is
you
my
what do you mean?
opinion, but
One second, Donald. Donald, in between speaking, Donald, you. I don't know if you know. You got to mute your mic. I don't know if you know how to do that.
Oh yeah, yes. Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. In between speaking, just mute your mic because it
All right, my
echoes.
bad. Yeah.
Beatty, are you saying in this debate the news stage that you're saying these people need to be publicly executed?
I'm not saying I probably is my opinion. If the previous shooters would be executed, probably these guys will think twice and 3 times or 5 times before they will do these kind of things. Especially in this area, Highland Park, there was no shooting like probably for years. I mean, those are the best areas here in Chicago. Like Michael Jordan have mentioned, there, like all these millionaires live in those areas. Like,
Rasha said we Rasha with love. Are you there, Miss Rasha?
Yes, I'm here.
Rasha said
Finally,
Rasha
someone
said
actually agrees with me.
so Rasha,
Yes.
what if you were able to be in a position where you were a big official in a particular state and you had the
Mhm.
power to invoke sentences and punishment, what would that look like to you if someone got caught doing a mass shooting? What would that look like?
A death penalty right away.
What do you mean when you say a
100%.
death penalty? Because
Well, there's no doubt.
in order to have a penalty, you have to have some type of thing that leads up to that penalty. So how would that thing look? How would that
Well,
trial look?
well, the trial would basically be him being there, told by everybody that he did this. He's on camera. Okay, so therefore, the new laws of the country that I will find is basically that you kill someone, you get killed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no let's go back in history, find out if he was pushed when he was in grade 5, or if someone stole his backpack. No, no, no. You kill someone, you get killed. Unless you have escaped from insane asylum. Okay, you're 22 years old, you lived with a family, the family know what you're like. If they never said anything about you being absolute psycho or wanting to kill people, then you know what, there is absolutely no other way to deal with this other than just to kill them and get rid of them. That's the only way these
Okay.
mass shootings will
So
end,
so
because
so,
they'll
so
just keep going
one second,
on and on and on.
Rasha, just
Yes,
you gotta leave that
I get so
you gotta leave
excited
that
about this.
just leave that gap so I can hop in because it's gonna make your flow even better.
Okay.
But you know, there's some people that says that these people they go out there and some of them intend to never make it back. They understand they may die. I subscribe to the notion that that may be true, but if they don't die and if they do get caught, they don't want to be executed by the state, but they're okay of being executed during the act. Rasha, do you agree with that? Yes or yes?
I'll tell you what I think about that. Now, for them, for a 22-year-old to go do that, they probably want fame, right? And they probably believe that they might have some kind of a cause. Now, this guy went and killed people randomly. I'm not sure who the 6 people that died, what their nationality or background or race is, right? So to him, God knows what his issue is, but I'm not sure if they always go in and think that they're gonna die. They might want fame. They might want to have some
I
kind of a
agree. That's what somebody else said. I agree with you though, Rasha.
excellent. So, do we all agree that they should be killed, or is someone going to come up with a mumbo jumbo thing of
Yeah.
mental health and all of that crap? I'm sorry.
So
I
Rasha,
think they should be killed, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to 100% deter people that do those killings. That's my whole
It
thing.
will. It will.
yeah.
This country has become very weak. The laws are extremely weak. People molest and hurt and kill and do all of that, and we're all just, saying, "Oh, it's okay. Let's sit and talk about it." Stop. We need to stop talking about things. We need to just get them
Yeah,
out
I
of the way.
agree. I
That's
agree.
all.
Get should get
So
killed as well.
so Jerry,
So wait.
Jerry.
Let me go to brother Mamadou.
So Jerry, hello. Happy 4th of July. Yes, they should be executed, but I just have one condition before executing them. Make sure you torture the shit out of them. Make it so painful that the next person who's gonna think about it, right? The next person who's gonna think about it, they're gonna think twice.
There
So
we go. There we go. I
yeah,
like that.
if you're going to kill people, you better be ready to die. And if you're apprehended like the guy in Buffalo, yeah, man, you should be tortured. I will start with your fucking balls, and I'm sorry, I'm
Why are
being
you going to the
disrespectful.
balls first, Mamadou?
Because that's the most painful part for being a man. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure
Mamadou.
you won't be identified as a man anymore.
That didn't
Yo,
sound
oh
Mamadou.
Lord,
I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. That didn't sound right though.
bro, listen,
he
I'm
said.
I'm
He
just
said
gonna
I
be
will
He was
It's
like,
a
Google
direct,
them
it's a known
things.
torture
Who
device.
said
bro.
that?
It's a known torture
Think
device.
oh,
about it.
okay,
This
okay,
is
I
a
got it.
man. This is a man that's doing it, right? You want to go to the place that
he has the most pride in. Destroy the fucking place, torture the shit out of him, and then publicize the fucking thing. I know it's sick as hell, but people need to know that when they do shit like this, there has to be consequences. Until then, this whole idea, we have a bunch of crybabies, they got this issue, they got that issue. Fuck that shit.
Because they're
The
taking
only
people's
reason shit like
lives.
this is not happening, listen, the only reason shit like this is not happening in places like Saudi Arabia, because they know what the fuck is gonna happen to them. I'm
You
just
know
saying.
what? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna do. I 100% agree. There's people that truly believes an eye for an eye, and there's people that really will do it. I bet there's not a mother on this stage, if they walked in and saw something happen to their child, they would turn into Superman. If they had a knife in their damn hand, every woman on this stage, if you got a kid, and if you saw somebody assaulting your baby, trying to, do some type of rape or something, if you had a knife, I guarantee you would stab the shit out of them. Let alone if you had a gun. I agree with you though, Mama Do. I believe that is the only thing that's going to stop. I don't know how many years law's been in place, but I know that it's been over 200 years and the shit hasn't stopped. But it's not happening in Nigeria. It's not happening in Saudi Arabia. So I don't know. America, wake the fuck
Yeah,
up.
and I don't even know if it's gonna stop either until like he said that type of shit happens. It's to make people think twice.
Brittany Spivey. Brittany Spivey. I need to speak to you about my vocals. Brittany, you gotta, oh my God.
Hello, this is Brittany.
You're a vocal coach. Brittany, I lost my voice about 2 weeks ago from overusing it. And I see you're a vocal coach. I'm gonna need some tips from you. I'm gonna send you a message. I'm being serious too.
Okay, yeah, I got you. I got you.
But Brittany, I got a question for you. Now that I got your attention, what do you think would stop these mass shootings? What do you think? What incentive do you think could be put into place that would incentivize the people that's doing it? Like it's just not worth it. If you had to pick something, what do you think it would be, Miss Brittany?
I would definitely agree with the person who just spoke. I think doing the same exact thing to them without delay, I think that would get the message across. Because even when you think about court and prison time, they really don't care because a lot of them are here to do that. They're here to do that. So I think the same exact type of punishment that they're giving to other people should give it right back to them.
Is there anybody on this stage
Me,
that disagrees with her?
I do.
Wait, what's your what? Wait. I want to hear. Oh, wait
So
a
do
minute.
I.
Wait. Is this the pastor dude?
No, Pastor, no.
Okay. So why do you disagree? What is your name? C.
Yes.
So
Uh,
C. Do me a favor. Can we do one thing now? We gonna trim the fat. Okay. So when I say trim the fat, if you can just focus on why you disagree with her.
well, I wouldn't say I disagree. I think they're two different questions. There's a questions as to
But you
what the
but but but
person.
but but you just said you disagree. I don't get
I
it.
do
Like
disagree. Okay, we'll go
let, so
disagree
that,
to
let,
disagree in that part.
let's stick with
It
that.
is
Go.
not. It is in no way a deterrent. Doing whatever you want to these people that are more interested in infamy than they are of fame is going to be of no deterrent. So can you say out of one side, do they deserve to be tortured? Absolutely they do. Can I also say out of the other side, it will do absolutely nothing, that people are going to look at that and go, oh shit, I'm no longer mentally ill because I saw this dude get tortured and killed for
Oh,
believing
wait a
this.
minute. See, let's build for a second, brother. I want everybody to listen to what my brother just said. In case y'all didn't catch what he just said. He just said it will not deter them because they're going to say, "Oh, I'm no longer mentally ill." So, C, are you saying in this debate the news on this July 4th, 2022, that these people who are doing these mass shootings are all mentally ill? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Wow.
I am suggesting that if you can go and take
No,
other people's
no,
lives without
but
Are you a
asking for
psychiatrist?
sympathy, you are
but
mentally
see
ill.
see
So
see see
the answer is
see
that.
see, see one second, just so I'm clear, so I don't get confused. Your answer to the question is yes, that you believe that all these mass shooters are mentally ill. That's what you
Yes,
believe. Okay,
correct.
let me ask you a question. Do you believe that in the Ku Klux Klan days, when the Klan was so against black people and they were hanging them, do you believe that those Klan people were all mentally ill?
Not all of them. Some of them were. Some of them were just herd mentality and going along with the group. I'm talking about somebody that will get an AR-15
Well,
or other
okay,
arms.
okay, bro, do me a favor. Let's just keep it concentrated. One second, bro, because you start going in different places. So you said some of them were, and some of them were herd mentality. So in other words, the ones that were herd mentality, you're saying wouldn't have done the hanging, but they only did it because the other ones that were doing the hanging, you're saying those ones were the ones that were mentally ill. Is that what you're saying? C. Okay, I'm gonna pivot away from this dude. He got 5 seconds. If you don't answer, drop him down. Five, four, three, two, snipe him. Okay. Welcome to Debate the News, everybody. This is an interesting conversation. Jonathan, I thought I was gonna be out, but Jonathan, we got beef, bro. Jonathan, I got beef with Jonathan Bing. I'm put a room together about Jonathan Bing because he know me too goddamn well. Jonathan be like, okay, Jerry, I got you, but he knows what's really gonna happen.
Well,
Jonathan,
I'm going to just say I totally disagree. I do totally disagree.
what's your name, brother?
Eugene,
Why do you totally disagree, Eugene?
I totally disagree because it's not the solution to the problem. Okay. It is using, again, anger and hatred and fear to fight against a problem that is anger, hatred, and fear. It's just more of the same. You know,
So
and the other problem is that
I got a question for you,
laws are not the
Eugene.
answer.
Eugene, I got a question for you. So because it's more of the same, is that a bad thing? Because it's more of the same, does that mean it's not going to work because it's more of the same?
It's not going to work because it's what has been the discussion for a long, long time. I, when I was a young man, I came a fraction of a second from death be, as a result of firearms.
You know what I don't
So,
understand? You don't understand? I don't understand why people that come on stages and they sound like they're intelligent, but they say stuff that makes absolutely no sense to me.
okay,
You
tell
no
me
no
what
what
doesn't make
no
sense.
mute your mic and I'll tell you. Let me tell
Okay,
you what I'll tell you. They have a thing called trials. They'll get medication and they'll try it. They'll get a certain amount of people to test it out. You know what I'm talking about? Clinical trials. So they can't get a medication and just discuss whether it works. They have to test it out. So for you to make a statement, they've discussed it. How's that determining whether it will work or not just because they discussed it? The only way you know if this shit is going to work is to put it through clinical trials. So let me ask you a question. If every cop, if every cop that killed an innocent black person, let me ask you a serious question, Eugene. Let me see how you answer this question.
okay,
This is a serious question. This is passion, you guys hear me, so chat, whatever. This is a question. Every black cop that unjustly killed a black person unjustly, if that cop would have came up dead and it was on the news, another black kid killed by a white cop, 3 days later, oh, white cop came up dead to kill the kids. Let's say if that happened to 5 cops, what do you think the sixth cop would think about before he unjustly kills a black kid unjustly? Do you think he would think twice?
I think that he shouldn't think about killing a
Oh,
black
never
or a
mind.
white or
Never mind.
anyone. He
Hey,
shouldn't think
Eugene,
about that.
Eugene, let's play
Mhm.
a game. The game is called Answer the Question that Jerry asked.
Okay,
So this is how this game is going to work. I'm going to ask a question, answer the question the way you feel about it. So I'm going to
okay,
repeat. I'm going to repeat the question. If 5 different cops throughout the course of a year unjustly kills a black person, and if each one of those 5 cops got sniped and killed out of nowhere, coming out their front door, and some sniper just killed them, and they knew it was because they killed that black person, do you think that will make future white police think twice before they unjustly kill a black person. What is your answer to
No,
that?
no,
Thank you,
absolutely
Eugene. Appreciate you.
erroneous.
Appreciate you. And I see. I
Yes,
see why
a
shit
hundred
goes on.
percent.
I see
I
why shit
A
goes on.
understand.
hundred percent. They would stop. They'd be scared because there's
No,
actually
no,
consequences. Yes,
no,
there is no
no. That's
consequences.
not it.
You're
You know
living
why?
in a country that
Okay,
allows this to keep happening, and people just come up with fucked up excuses to be able to live with themselves. These
okay,
excuses are meant there for you to be okay with yourself.
okay. I'm
It's
going to
it's
give you an
you're living in
answer.
denial. You don't want to
Okay.
believe that your country is fucked up. You have a government that doesn't give a shit about you, and you're too busy giving excuses to murderers. I'm sorry.
And
What you're saying makes
you think all
absolutely no
those
sense.
other countries are better? You think all those
A
other
hundred
countries are
percent,
better?
yes, 100%.
Hey, Eugene,
Then, then move to
Eugene,
that
let me
country.
tell you why.
Then
Let
move
me tell you why I got
to
Eugene. We're gonna pivot away from him. I'm gonna tell you why, Rasha.
okay.
I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
want to give you one answer before I go off. Can I say one thing? See the movie, lead the way.
Oh my God,
See the
a movie.
movie, lead the way, and then I can continue the discussion.
Hey,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about a movie. See a movie. It was called Eye for an Eye. See that movie, okay?
Okay.
That
hey,
part. That
no,
part.
Jerry, I want to say this. Everybody gets to become a Zen master, peaceful and, positive vibes until somebody shoots your kid, your father, your uncle, your cousin, or someone that you get to hang out with on a daily basis. From
Exactly.
there, you're going to start thinking
I
differently.
told you
So,
I came a fraction of death from death,
and I'm,
fraction of a second
and
from
I'm,
death as the result of a firearm.
and Eugene, I'm sorry that you went through that. Honestly,
Mama do. We cannot. I don't know if you guys realize what this dude is doing, and it's so annoying when people come to the stage. They don't know how to get on a subject and stay on that subject. If you became a fraction of whatever from dying from a firearm, unless you told me that you got shot at by a group of police officers because you're white, or a mass shooter because you white, we don't want to hear it because we all got stories, Eugene. Your story makes absolutely no sense for this topic, bro.
yeah.
Go ahead, Mama
I
dude.
mean that's all I gotta say, because at the end of the day, until you're faced, and if you've come close to death because somebody was shooting you, and you decide you still wanna be Zen master and think about things from a positive light, good luck to you, man. No one is gonna stop you from thinking
You know
that
what I
way.
gotta
But
say,
what
Mama
you
dude?
cannot do,
I gotta say
what,
something. A lady said something in the chat, and ma'am, I'm gonna say I understand what you're saying. So I'm gonna say this real calm. Then I'm gonna pass it to CB. CB, are you there, brother? CB, I'm gonna pass the mic to CB in a second, and I'm gonna say this, Miss, you're absolutely correct. Violence is never the answer. Okay? No, I'm gonna take that back. Sometimes the thing you call violence is the answer. There's some hateful people out
Hardly
there.
ever, Jerry. Now, not never the answer. Hardly ever, but it is a chance. There is a time when you do need violence, unfortunately.
Yes. Thank you for clearing that up. So here's the thing. You know, if you have a country that another country goes to war with, and if they send ground troops and they're just using guns and warfare in the jungles and just handguns, but then one of the other countries brings in tanks and the air force, you can't just keep trying to deal with them with your hand-to-hand combat and your sidearms. You're going to have to bring in your air superior, your air force also, or do something dramatic. It's the same thing with this. You got to meet people where they're at. You guys don't understand this. It's never. This sounds cute what we're talking about on stage. I want everybody to mark this down in your phone right now. July 4th, 2022. August, this is going to happen. September, this is going to happen. December, it's going to happen. 2023, 2024. When you get older and you have kids and grandkids, it's going to still happen. It don't matter what this kumbaya shit y'all put in this chat or y'all saying gonna say on the stage. When people hurt you and you hurt them back, they leave you alone. When people hurt you and they get a meal and a jumpsuit, people gonna keep doing this shit. The only solution is to tear these motherfuckers up.
What do
There's
we
no
do until then?
you figure out how you're gonna tear them up. That's what you do until then. You put something together like, what can we do? Shit, you remove the damn abortion law. You remove the damn gun law. Shit, you need to figure out how these mother effers can pay a price. Mr. CB Davy, I want to welcome everybody to Debate the News. Jerry's still trying to get his
Can
voice
David
back, so I'm gonna be
speak?
limited. But I'm gonna pass the mic to Mr. CB and Mr. Jonathan Bing and whoever else want to jump in.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, if you haven't done so already, please click on the greenhouse, follow the club, follow Jonathan Bing, follow Jerry Malcolm, and share the room. Ping your friends into the room, say something interesting, keep the chat up, and raise your hand to come to the stage. Right now, we're talking about 6 dead, mass shooting in Chicago suburbs. All right, we're talking about Jayland Walker video that's came out. We got a lot of people on the stage that wants to talk about this, and we love to hear from you. So do
If
us a favor, raise your hand, come out, and let's talk about it. Go ahead, Jerry.
if you're in a ghetto, if you're in a hood, and let's say if it's a group of a particular family, there's some people that grew up in neighborhoods where the gangbangers ran the neighborhood. You know, they would carjack people, they would do home invasions, they would extort money from certain people in the neighborhood. Okay, but there's families that fought back at those gangbangers, and those gangbangers never bothered the families again. But there's other people that had the victim mentality, and they stayed victims. This is true story, y'all. Some of y'all just don't understand this though. I'm going to tell you, when bad people do stuff and something dramatic happens to those bad people, future people think twice because they know there's a price they got to pay. Go touch a pot that's burning in the stove and burn your damn fingers off. A 4-year-old kid don't even have to touch it. But when they see what happened to you, they're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm not touching that because I know what can possibly happen. I know it's a crazy example, but it's true. Don't nobody want to get hurt. They want to hurt people. Y'all are
Can
crazy. Y'all
can
don't
David
think.
speak?
Let me say this, Jerry, and I'm gonna reserve my
Eh,
opinion. But the reason I truly believe that some people are thinking in another way is that they were raised under a certain religion, and that religion said that once there was an eye for an eye, but now it's asked them to turn the other cheek. And I think they're really struggling with that, regardless of understanding that things are happening to them and around them, to people that are very close and people who are not too far away, and it's causing them to really be stuck between a rock and a hard place to what they believe, even with the afterlife determined on their position versus what's actually happening now. And I hope that we can definitely talk about that, because I think some people are really entrapped by that.
no, it's. I hate to say what I'm about to say. I hate to say what I'm about to
Wake it
say.
up.
No, no, but society has become weak. There's a lot of weak people. Clubhouse is an example of it. You got men doing rooms, arguing with other men, fussing on stages, and just cursing each other, going from room to room to room to room. It's just look around, people. It's just things is just I don't know. So it's only a certain amount of people in the world that just gets this concept. And those are usually ones that don't get bullied. Those are usually ones that's not victims. So I don't know. But anybody want to jump in? If so, say your name. Say your
David,
name.
David.
Speaking of David, David Tejedas. How do you pronounce your last name, brother?
No, I don't have a last name.
Not you, bro.
Oh, damn.
The other.
Tejer,
How you say it?
Tejeras.
Okay, so I'm gonna call him David
Just
Terror.
call me David.
I can't. I guarantee. I'll bet money that anybody lay a hand on any one of his family members, they're gonna pay a severe
Rest in
price.
peace.
But I can't say that for everybody on the stage. Some people just say a prayer for him. So go ahead, the other David.
They'll pray for them and want to forgive them, Jerry. Remember, they have to forgive them. They can't
Well,
live with
well,
themselves if they
hold
don't
on,
forgive
Russia.
them.
Let,
What
let,
we don't want to do is we don't want to disrespect what somebody believes. Because here's the
I
thing,
don't
and
mean to.
I'm
Hold
with.
on, CB. I
I don't one
100% I
second.
not
don't
a,
disrespect
I believe
anybody.
what David. Listen, I believe what David says as well. But let me share something with you, okay?
Tell me.
I also believe in turning the other cheek, but I had to make different decisions when I had to point the muzzle at somebody and squeeze the trigger on somebody's flesh. So you can still have your beliefs, and there's things that causes you to have to question if you're going to be willing to do this, and if it's hell and you burn by fire for the rest of your life, so fucking be it, because you're protecting your family and standing for something bigger. So I don't want to knock anybody for what they believe, and Jerry, and they're not weak. I truly believe that they're just stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes down to this decision because they were raised on certain religious aspects, and I'll end it there.
Well,
But why is
I
an eye
pre
for an eye no longer acceptable?
let's
Why do we not? Go on.
no no
Sorry.
no.
I just want,
Just say it. But I want to pivot to this guy David. He was waiting. But go ahead, say what you're gonna say, Rasha.
because CB was saying that before it used to be eye for an eye, and now we're asked to turn the other cheek. So I'm
Rasha,
thinking,
wait
why is
wait
it
one
now
Yo,
that
second.
we have to turn
Let
the
me
other
explain
cheek?
something to you, okay? Make no mistake. Ain't no used to be eye for an eye. It's still an eye for an eye, depending who you
100%.
dealing with.
Yep, 100%.
I would double dog dare anybody to touch me or one of my family members, and you'll see the true meaning of eye for an eye.
Yeah, Jerry, she's talking in a biblical sense, which I get, but we all fall short of the glory of God. You know what I'm saying? Touch my family, and I'm sorry, Lord, but forgive me for what I'm about to do.
Exactly. That's
Well,
exactly.
how about God gave you strength for what you about to do?
I don't
Okay?
believe God says for you to just look away when someone hurts your family. I don't believe that because your family is here for you to protect, right? God gave you them, they're a blessing to you. So when that happens, you are not actually following God's words if you do not protect them. That to me is the logic thing. The
Listen,
logic thing is
listen.
not for me to forgive someone who hurt
God
me.
has not come down and had
I
no
don't want to hear all
conversation.
this Bible
God
stuff.
has not come down and have no conversation with nobody about what to do if somebody hit your damn kids. Okay, so let's not even wake that up right now because I don't even feel like going into that. Let's
Can I speak
let
though?
what?
Can I speak though?
What's your name, bro?
David again. Yo,
Go ahead, David.
bro. So someone mentioned the shooting in Buffalo. So y'all know that there's they made guns legal in New York, right?
I didn't know that. That's breaking news. I want
So
everybody. Wait 1 second.
yeah.
This guy just came to debate the news. Jonathan, we got to close the room and open up a new title because he just said, "Did we know they just made guns illegal in New York?"
Please make sure you
Wait,
research that
they
before
didn't make no
you
guns
stop
illegal,
working.
Jerry.
He just said it.
No,
Yeah.
they made legal, everyone legal at 21,
Oh
Careful,
yeah,
bro.
everyone.
This
No,
is
you
the
said illegal.
sharpest room on the internet right now.
yeah.
You gotta
You said illegal, brother.
No, my bad. If you heard me wrong, I meant
Wait,
legal.
wait.
My
Go
No,
ahead.
bad.
you
Go
said
ahead.
it
Yo,
wrong.
Go ahead,
Heard you
David.
wrong.
Go ahead, David. Go ahead,
So
brother.
y'all know that it's legal. Everyone can have a gun now, right?
no, everyone
So
can't have a gun, bro. Just stop. Everyone can't have a gun. There are people.
yeah, can
No,
CAN.
everyone can't have a gun. Okay.
No, they can't.
Yeah,
Whoever's
dude.
talking,
Yeah.
there is an
Wait, for
exception. You
real?
still have to apply
Nah,
for
bro. Yeah,
concealed
yeah,
carry.
bro.
Fallon,
You
one
still
second,
Bro,
have to
bro,
meet
fell.
the
You
rules.
need.
Miss. 1 second, 1 second. Listen, Jonathan, will you please let him know the requirements, bro? Go
Nah,
ahead, Jonathan.
just he's saying some bullshit. You know, everyone can't have a gun. He's talking about everyone can. That's not true, bro. All right, you have a felony. You can't get a fucking gun. I mean, there's not
Okay, no, I
okay.
mean
No,
like
oh, no, okay, no.
anyone
See,
that
now you
doesn't.
say okay, no, okay, but you made a broad fucking statement. Now, okay, no. So
Sorry.
you're up here arguing something that's not factual.
All right, my bad. I meant like anyone
No, there's no.
that's
You
good,
can't
right?
say
At
I meant.
21.
I meant. No, bro. There isn't. So I just want to put that out there. Go ahead, Jerry.
I I got you, but can't speak
Yes,
in those
David. Go
terms.
ahead, David.
So if everyone can have a gun legally without having any felonies in the past, right? Aside from that, right? So
So
it's
what about
20
the people?
million
What
people.
about the people with domestic DVs?
No, I'm speaking.
No. But they don't
Because
have
bro,
felonies.
because
You
they
just
made
you only made the exception for
they're trying to
felonies. You just
listen.
made the exception for felonies.
Okay, no, but if they're making gun control in every other state,
Get to the point, though, David.
why
Let
in New York are they
He's not
making
ready,
guns
Jonathan. He's
legal
not
for
ready.
everyone?
but David, let's pause for a second. I'm gonna help you out. Are you ready? Are you ready,
Yeah.
David?
Yes.
Okay. Number one, as fast as you can, get a profile picture on your profile.
Oh,
Number
I can't
two,
can't see either.
you can't what?
I can't see either.
Oh, okay. You're blind, brother.
Yes, I don't like
Okay.
posting pictures.
Wait. Okay, you don't. Okay, okay. Here's the thing, David. Let's do this. I'm gonna help you make sense to what you're trying to say. What are you trying to say about New York? What is your point?
I'm
Just
saying I'm saying that they're trying to get gun control, right? But in New York, they just made a new law where everyone can get a gun
that
legally, and
qualifies for it. I got
yes, and
you.
qualify for
So
it, right?
what's your point about that, David?
So I'm saying, right, after this happened right after the Buffalo shooting, right? Why would they do that after the Buffalo shooting? And there's 40,000 cops and almost 9-10 million people
Well,
in New
David,
York, right?
let me
So
say, David. Watch this though. Your argument or your point can make sense if you can say in 2020 they made gun legal open carry in New York and California, and since they've done that, it's been a dramatic increase in mass shootings. Then you can say that statement. But the statement you're saying now doesn't apply yet because it's not necessarily happening because they loosened up gun control in New York or California. David, does that make sense?
yes. So what I'm saying is, right, what my end point was, what if the government ultimately manipulates people to shoot each other up or execute, like, I know I get this part of you executing and they will never have a second thought about it, right? But there are some, right? Some that if I kill you, you kill me, and then I get mad and I kill you, and then the cycle continues, right? Isn't that true as well?
But if you kill, so you saying if you kill me, I kill you. So one of us got to come back to life and kill other. What do you say?
No, no, no. I'm saying as a family, right? One, I kill you, your brother gets angry, kills me. My family gets mad, kills you. What if that cycle? That's also
David,
another thing, right?
David, happy 4th of July
You
and
too.
welcome to Debate the News, okay? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
I want to ask Jerry a question.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, Malcolm X had said one great thing is he said that chickens come home to roost. Do you think a lot of this is a case of the chickens coming home to roost to America for what we have done abroad? And another thing he has said to his supporters, I want to know, do you subscribe to this idea that if we're gonna have a funeral,
Ask me one question at a time. Let's play a
all right,
game, Carlos. Let's play a game.
all right,
We're gonna play another game. The game is called Don't Confuse People, and let's keep a point, then we bring another point in later. Is that okay?
all right. Let's tackle the first question.
Go back to your first question. Is it coming home to roost because of all the bad stuff that America's done?
Yes.
Carlos, now I once said to you that I know you wish you had my last name because you got Malcolm X picture on your profile. But you just said something so dumb that you need to take that picture off. The only way that will make sense what you're saying is if the America that you're talking about that did so much wrong stuff was done by the black people, and then you could say it's coming home to roost. Because we're talking about the black people is suffering right now, bro.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the shooting, the mass shooting, not the cops killing the brother.
I'm talking about the mass shootings too. Because like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make sense what you're talking about.
Okay.
America, so if America did stuff abroad and they're still doing stuff locally, it's the same people doing the same shit. Except some are doing it domestically and some are doing it internationally. Some of them doing it with a military on and some of them doing it with Luis Estrella. Luis, is Luis in the building? Where's Luis at
Yep.
when I need him?
Yep.
Luis, could you cut this dude real quick and don't heal him?
Oh boy.
No band-aids. The pharmacy is closed on 4th of July, Luis.
Wrap up, Carlos.
So he said, is this the chickens coming home to roost?
Mm-hmm.
I think I think the answer is yes, right? Um, and I'm gonna say this
Uh-oh.
specifically because of this. We
I bet you, Jerry, you didn't see this one coming. I was expecting Louise was gonna
But
say
that, you
that.
know what? That's why I go to Luis because I'm gonna be real. Luis usually
That brother doesn't sugarcoat shit.
that. Hey, go ahead, Luis. Go ahead, bro.
yeah, we cloak our atrocities in America as democracy. I got a call. But America cloaks our atrocities as democracies across the world. We cause upheaval, we destroy countries, we destroy nations, and we're quick to say, "Hey, we did the right thing," or in the name of righteousness. But this is exactly what we're doing across the world. So, is it chickens coming home to roost? Absolutely.
Why?
Um,
Give me what? Make it make sense for me because continue on and because I got a rebuttal to what you're saying. Make it make sense though, because if it's the same chicken doing the same shit, where's the roost? Uh-oh. You weren't ready for that one, Luis.
no, I was because I expected pushback. Now, here's the truth, right? Let me give you a prime example. Why did we do what we did to Gaddafi? Because he wanted to back his currency with gold,
Absolutely.
right? Why did we say that there was weapons of mass destruction without any
Now,
evidence of that?
Luis, I
Go ahead.
gotta get you. I'm gonna tell you why.
Come on, baby.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
tell you why I gotta get you. I want everybody to listen to this. I'm about to get Luis and debate the news in a nice way. Luis, you're making some statements that everybody's gonna agree with, and you're spot on. But it's not congruent to what I'm speaking about. But if you keep saying that stuff, brother Muammar Gaddafi, what they did to him, Muammar Gaddafi was helping out a lot of people of color. People don't know that though, do they, Luis?
That's my point.
They don't know that. But
Yeah, he used to talk about how they were
What?
making vaccines and then or
right,
making
right,
viruses and
but
Correct.
killing you with the
Correct.
vaccines.
right, but what I'm saying is this though. So isn't the coming home to roost like there'll be some type of payback? But so the people is getting hurt. Isn't that what coming home to roost would be, Luis?
Well, in essence, right? We're saying we expect peace, but we create violence. That's where the coming home to roost is, right? We can't ask for domestic peace if we're not teaching that across
Now
the world. If
this
we're
is
not,
the pushback that I was
come
going,
on.
but it's not a pushback like you may think. It's not that type of. It's more of a nudge. See, that would make sense if America cared about the peace.
I agree.
Damn, Jerry, I took my
I
words. God
agree.
damn, you
I
hit it.
agree.
Luis,
I agree. Peace isn't
let me
property.
let that breathe for a second.
Let's let it breathe.
How can it be coming home to roost when we're roosting together? Luis, when the black
me,
man of America,
me.
we are the lost, the rejected, the despised, the prodigal son, the lost sheep. Don't play with me, Luis. Don't play with
we
me.
say we saying the same thing, Jerry.
So it's not America. It's not coming home to roost, bro. It's only going to come home to roost if you care. But we don't care.
That part.
Now, something, now let me tell you something. And forgive me for what I'm saying, but we just keeping it. Hey, Luis, I never rearrange. I come exact like change. Oh, somebody gonna be saying that in one of these rooms tomorrow. Luis, if you're talking about 911, if you're talking about something happening to the World Trade Center, then you can use that coming home to roost. That part.
You
If you
can't even
talk,
really get on Luis, man. Carlos
one second,
this
yeah, one
crazy ass
second,
shit, man.
1 second, Luis, you feel me with that, right? I'm not. No, this isn't about getting on
Absolutely.
Luis.
That was my
This
second example.
this is not getting on Luis, but so some people from another land, they came and did some catastrophe, some crazy stuff in the United States. That's when you could say all the shit that America's done. But America is being America locally and abroad with the stuff that we're talking about. So no, it hasn't come home to roost yet. But hopefully one day it will. Go ahead, Luis.
Just let me know when it's about to happen so I can pack my shit and head back home.
Well, if your boy
Okay.
if your boy Trump would have won
My boy
a
Trump.
second
Did you hear that,
a,
Jerry?
a second term,
He will.
man, look, let's put some on it. Let's put some on it. Put a put
Hold on. Before you
five
say that,
dollars.
Jerry, they saying he trying to get DeSantis behind him. Don't, man, save your $5. They may be right.
Oh my goodness. Jonathan Bing. Jonathan. Well, you know what though? America's so crazy. It may just be enough people to vote his ass in. You know what? I take that back. That's not a good. That's not a good bet. That's not a good bet because we know what America. Miss Goddess, are you in the building, Miss Goddess? Miss Goddess.
Hey,
Oh,
Jerry. Yes, I am.
welcome to Debate the News. Um, 6 dead in a mass shooting, Chicago suburb. JAYLAND Walker video. I guess it. I guess I'm gonna let Jonathan jump on that. As a mother yourself, what do you think about the direction that America is going in these mass shootings? And what, in your opinion, what do you think can be done? Because right now we're just in acceptance mode. Luis, that's a deep statement, Luis. Acceptance mode. We're sitting down like some sheep. What do you think, Miss Goddess?
Jerry, I have a son. This is an open room, so I'm not going to even go there. That's all I'm going to say. But I am highly angry, hurt, pissed. I'm tired. When I tell you I'm tired, I am tired. We need to take action. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say too much in an open room, but I'm tired. I'm fucking tired.
This is Debate the News. Our room is usually closed. The Clubhouse creators close our room so we can say what we want to say. Let me let me say something to y'all. And I want to say this one more time. I just want to say this one more time. Just real calmly. We're in acceptance mode. I'm gonna say that one more time. We are in acceptance mode. We accept everything that happens and we talk about it, then we go on with our merry life. This is America, not just Debate the News. Is it us, C Rock, Luis, Mamadou? Why do we go to polls and we vote? Why do we represent ourselves as red or blue? Shit, the Crips are blue, Bloods is red. Shit, is this just a high level gang? Oh, that part, Luis. Why do we vote and we talk about all this and that, but we still accept things that's going on in this world and we don't do nothing about it? And I'm not even talking about violence right now. I'm not talking about picking up your gun. But if we can go vote, why can't we do something powerful as people to make things like this stop? Mamadou?
Oh well, at the moment, I'm not gonna. If you were living in Africa, I'd tell you, let's get a bunch of people from the neighborhood, go to a politician's house and kick his ass just to send a message. But we live in America. If I say that on Clubhouse, the FBI will come for my ass pretty soon.
No, what did you say? I was looking at chat. Say that last part.
I said, if you were living in Africa, oh shit, I would have told you to, get a bunch of people from the neighborhood and let's go kick a politician's ass. But since we're in America, if I do that, the FBI is gonna come for my ass. So at this point, the only power you have is to vote out the people that you don't like, people that
There
are
we
not
go.
delivering.
There we go with that vote shit. There we go.
I mean, that's the only solution. Unless you want
No,
to
it's
go,
not. No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you right now. We got Republicans. We got Democrats. We got Republican. Wait, what is this? A gunman killed 2 people and wounded 3 police officers in Texas. When did this happen? 3 killed in California. Okay, look. We got Republicans and we got Democrats. We got George Bush, the son, the dad. We got Bill Clinton. We got Trump. We got a guy named Obama. We got different senators. We got different mayors, Republican, Democrat. Do you guys actually think, are y'all that naive to actually think that your voting is going to stop this racial killings? Do y'all actually think that?
Jerry,
I
America.
don't
Medarcade.
know.
I
Here's the
want
thing.
to bet on this.
Racial, no. Things like that happen today in Highland Park or in Sacramento, yes.
I don't. I don't. I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna pass the mic to Jonathan or CB. It's only one way. It's only one way. There's
And that
only
was
Don't
my
say
second.
it
one.
out loud. That's what Mama Do was saying. Jerry, this is your lawyer in California speaking. Do not say it out loud.
Okay, I won't say it. I won't say it. But I need everybody to be quiet and let's do some mental telepathy and come into my brain. I'm about to say it. Everybody be quiet. Okay? I'm about to say it right now. I need everybody to be quiet. Here it goes. I think they should. And then they should. And after they do that, then the next person would. How many of y'all think Jerry's lost his mind? If y'all think I've lost my mind, put in the chat. If y'all think Jerry's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, put in the chat.
You've never been more sober, brother. I'm with you on this one. You
Look,
are just fine.
can I get in on this, please?
Yeah.
My real name's Bryce. I'm speaking as someone who has lost two people close to me to mass shootings. I think you're right. You know, consequences are the appropriate action. Prevention before these things happen is important too. And I mean, yeah, there's evil. There's evil. Don't get me wrong, and that needs to get dealt with. And the way it gets dealt with is like, I mean, what's been spoken about here. That needs to get implemented. And if that still doesn't do it for some people, because there's going to still be some people that are just lost, that are
Wait one
out
second.
there.
Hey, Gone B5, with your name, John Doe, come to the stage and join in instead of putting in the chat. Go ahead, brother. The guy that was
Yeah,
talking, go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
brother.
So, I don't know, man. This shit just fucks me
Hey,
up
I'm gonna
every
tell you,
time
I'm
it
gonna tell you,
happens.
I'm gonna tell you something, I'm promise you, I'm not gonna say another word after this. I promise you, I'm gonna try my best. Hey, I see Stephanie in the building. What's up, Stephanie? McGann, come to the stage, Stephanie. Yeah, very intelligent woman. So listen, my brother. Um, you know, I grew up during some troubling times, and I was petrified. You know, getting you guys hear those stories. It don't feel good walking to the local corner store. Really, it was like 3 blocks. Then you know before you get there, you might not even be able to keep your money because the local gangbangers just gonna go in your pocket and take it. It don't feel good getting jumped by 10 people when they're trying to knock you out. They're trying to see which one has the best punch to knock you out. You're 13 years old, and these guys are like 6'2" high school people, and their goal is to see which one can knock you out. That's not a good feeling that I went through. But something interesting happened when I started fight training. And when I start fighting back against the bullies in the neighborhood, and when my brother and myself, we start defending ourselves, it's like a certain magnetic energy. We didn't get bothered no more. It was magnetic. Stephanie, welcome to the room. How are you doing, Stephanie? How's your 4th of July going?
I'm good. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. I'm actually working today. But I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
6 dead, mass shootings. And
Yeah.
I know you're not going to agree with the violence. I know you're not going to agree with some of the stuff these people. I wasn't saying it, Stephanie. That was what they were saying. But Stephanie, what's going to stop the mass shooters? Don't go to voting, Stephanie. Don't go to voting.
Oh, listen, it's not about it's actually not about that. You're
I'm gonna mute my mic and let
unfortunately
you
you're
see
right.
what you got to say.
No, Jerry, I appreciate that. I wanted to actually offer for the room, if this is helpful, that there is a the woman who was a special agent for the FBI who wrote the United States mass shooting plan for the FBI. Her name is Catherine Schweit. She came out with a book, I think it launched a few months ago, called Stop the Killing. She doesn't approach it from the standpoint of opinion. It's all based on data. Who's doing the mass shootings? Where are they happening? How often are they happening, et cetera? But she launches into something I think is super important, and it's the history of the United States and the United States relationships with guns. And so she comes at it from a really nonpartisan perspective. And then when you layer in racism, we can't ignore that either. And that also points back to systems in terms of how the police departments were actually constructed. Back in the day, it was directly related to keeping slaves, people that were enslaved, gathered and behaving and all of that horrible stuff. So We aren't going to be able to change anything unless we examine the past, acknowledge the past, and then say, this can no longer look like this. So this 4th of July has been just kind of interesting for me, because what I'm reflecting on is that the whole premise of the 4th of July is that we were all created equal and we all have the same rights to the pursuit of happiness and safety and peace. And we're just not, we're not there right now. So I would offer, for the sake of this conversation, that it's Catherine Schweit. The book is called Stop the Killing, and she's the author of the mass shooting response in the United States. Really cool. So another tragedy, and my heart is broken. But we have to stop doing the thoughts and prayers, and we have to start doing something. So thanks for letting me speak, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and I appreciate you. You know, everybody, I know I'm the first one to get real passionate and almost sound angry. And it's an angry thing though, because like, damn, like every other 3 days is something like this going on. I mean, we can send somebody to the moon, we can build electric cars, we can, go get Saddam Hussein, we can go get Bin Laden, we can do all this stuff. But we can't fix stuff in the United States by some people as amateurs. I got a
Jerry,
question. I got a
it's
question. Hold up a second. Luis, are you there, Luis? Mamadou, I got a question. And this is
Yeah.
a this is a deep question. Are you ready for this question?
Yep. Go for it.
Do they want to fix it?
This is
nope.
what I was talking about before, Jerry. I when we started the room.
No, Jerry.
This is the shit. It's intentional. Come on, man. I
Yeah.
think you know this.
So,
Okay,
so
okay.
I mean, the
Go ahead, C
Constitution.
Rock.
Actually, the Constitution. If we all remember the Constitution, right, and the part where it talks about we hold these truths to be self-evident, right, the section right underneath that talks about the fact that the government is supposed to be serving the governed. They're supposed to be serving the governed, and when it stops working, it is on the people. When the government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people, not just on the people, the responsible. It's the right of the people to alter or to abolish it. So what you're asking for is a revolution, which I believe that we're in the point that we need to have a revolution. It doesn't have to be violent. Maybe it will,
A
but at the end of the
revolution, C
day,
Rock.
at the end of the day,
I've
this
never
is in
seen
the
a peaceful
Constitution.
A
revolution.
revolution, C Rock.
Hey, Sira, as someone who has actually witnessed a revolution, trust me, you don't want that here. A lot of people are not going to be on debate the news spewing
Well, you guys are
nonsense.
laughing.
I
You
mean,
guys are laughing, but I'm dead serious.
I'm not
This is
laughing,
in the
bro. Listen,
Constitution, guys. And then like they'll look in
Now,
the
a
Constitution and say,
revolution is not in the citizens
John,
can do a revolution is not in the Constitution.
Jonathan,
Hey, they
Jonathan.
Right.
captured the guy. They
I
It's
captured
the
the
said,
guy.
I said,
Constitution
I
said
said it.
it's
I
your
said it.
duty.
It seems
It
to
says
me
it's your duty to do a revolution. What are you
it's the
talking
right
about,
of the
Jonathan?
people to
It
alter or
is
to
not.
abolish the government if it becomes destructive to the
Again,
We're
people
not
and
there
not
yet.
allowing them
We're
the
not.
safety and happiness.
See,
Guys,
Rock,
guys,
that sounds
listen.
good, man. We're not there yet, man. We're not there yet.
No.
DJ
Still
No.
Friday
reform.
came
I'm
back
just
from the
pointing out,
cookout, Jerry.
Yes, he did.
guys. I'm pointing
he
out
was
Hey,
dreaming
that
hey,
about
they're not
That
DJ,
smart enough.
barbecue came back from that bar.
DJ Fridays, DJ Fridays, DJ Fridays.
DJ Fried Eggs.
Stop.
DJ Fried Eggs.
DJ Fridays. Where
Where'd
you
they
at?
go?
Yeah,
Breaking news, Jerry.
Wait a second.
I'm here.
DJ Friday. Happy 4th of July, my brother.
Yeah, I don't celebrate.
Huh.
But happy for what?
Huh.
You know what?
For the
Wake it
Re-
colonization
up.
of brown people.
remind me what
Brown
4th of
people.
July is for. Remind me. Speak. What?
It's a celebration of white supremacy. That's what it is. Why would I, as a person of color, why would I celebrate the 4th of July?
As he wipes barbecue sauce off the side of his mouth. But go ahead.
I mean, it's a good reason to get with your family, just like every other holiday. It's a good reason to drink and party.
But then,
It's a
but if that's the case, then you just said you celebrating it. Then if you're
but
saying that though,
I'm
DJ.
celebrating it
Okay,
like
how many
like
plates did
happy
you have?
because when you say happy
How
Fourth
many
of July, that's when you're like,
how many plates did you have today?
bro, I just ate at Wingstop, bro. I just left
That sounds
Wingstop.
good right about now. I wish I had some Wingstop.
Like if people are doing pool parties, yeah, I'll come turn up.
Hey,
Just because
Nelson,
but we
Nelson,
ain't
Nelson
got
said we
Fourth of
having a
July on our
Nelson said we
brains.
having a pool party on Wednesday. That's what Nelson said in Atlanta. I mean, Miami.
I'm just saying, any good
I don't.
reason to drink.
Let's
But ain't
go.
nobody got like the holiday. Like you're not standing at the barbecue grill with your hand on your heart, saying God bless America. Like, come on, man.
Let me ask Grant, because I asked the whole stage, and I'm really curious to see what Grant has to say about this, because he's usually good at quick answers. Grant Cardone, I got a question to you about the title. Are you there, sir?
Yeah, Jerry, I'm here for you.
Here's my
What
question,
the
sir.
hell?
Here's my question. 6 dead in the mass shootings. What can America do to at least slow down all this mass shooting? Is there anything can be done?
Man, Jerry, it's a good question. You know, uh, my wife and I said at the beginning of the year we thought shootings would increase, and it's just crazy to me. I just don't think things just randomly happen. So I know what everywhere I go, you can trust that I'm there to protect me and my family, and you guys can read between the lines. But
100,
I don't.
man.
I'm inconvenienced every day, everywhere I go, no matter where I'm at. I inconvenience myself to be prepared to protect myself and other innocent people. And there's just not enough policemen, right? Policemen can't be everywhere. I don't know what the count is. Anybody know how many policemen in America?
Mm.
You know,
Oh,
so they
So,
can't all be at work all at the same time. So
so,
short of not going out in public, if you're going to go out in public, you're going to the grocery store or you're going to your church.
but
I would tell
Grant,
you, we're living in times where you ought to go and be in a position to protect yourself and your family.
well then, now I love your answer. Now this is where there's a confusion with 90% of the people that come to this room, because you just said something to make a lot of sense. You said you inconvenience yourself to be in a position to protect yourself, your family, and others. So we can read between the line that means you have to have something, that makes noise. But why is it so many people don't agree with that concept? Like, I don't get it. Like, why are people pushing against the gun laws and want to make them stricter? I don't get it, Grant. When there's not enough police, like you said, so it's almost like you got to police yourself. But you,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a crazy time we live in, man. People want to legalize everything that's not good for your family. You want to give a stamp to everything that's damages the family unit. Uh, that reduces your chances to take care of yourself, but you don't want more rights for you want to protect turtles and fucking eagles, but you don't want to protect the unborn, and you don't want to protect yourself. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know I'm going everywhere. I'm gonna be able to protect myself, and so most people can't afford. You can't afford a security guy to go with you and your family everywhere you go. I don't know that would have helped or stopped anybody in Chicago today. I know that I could help myself if something broke out. I don't know. Hope I never have to find off and I couldn't do anything. That's what I cannot live with. I cannot live with that one.
hey guys. So Grant, can you clarify what you meant by these things don't just happen to the room? Because everybody keeps dusting this under the rug with it. So,
Yeah.
can you clarify what you meant by that,
Well, look,
please?
I mean, like if you guys just study a test, scientific or not scientific, but studies they've done on brainwashing people using uh, drugs, pain drugs on military people to get them to act and behave in a certain way. They've been doing these studies for fucking 70 years. The electromagnetic pulses, the people that have gotten sick from no explanation of being hit with frequencies. You guys can't. You guys don't think they have technology out there that can hit a person and make them feel or act in a certain way?
Absolutely, Grant.
you know what? You
I
know
mean,
what's
I mean,
interesting?
like the people are so naive, it's unbelievable. You live on a planet where food fucking kills you. The things you drink most of, the cheapest foods on this planet are killing us. Okay, the sodas are killing us. Tobacco was legalized. Legalized. They knew that shit was killing millions of people.
We're the most drugged society on planet Earth here in America. Yet you guys don't believe that groups like the CIA or whatever secret, military operation, you don't think they have agendas to push agendas, and they can't do that with weaponry,
Grant,
with
they
drug
could
in
pull in front
society.
of
We don't even
they
say
could
again.
pull in front of your house and make you have a heart attack and shoot. They could pull to the front of your house, shoot a microwave at your house, make you have a heart attack. When you go to the doctor, all they'll say is, "Oh, he had a massive heart attack."
Yeah, I believe that. I remember in Katrina, what was Katrina, 10 or 12, 15 years ago? A buddy of mine was in a condo in New Orleans. Helicopter flies over him, intercepts his cell service. He's not, they call him, okay, from the helicopter, and with an infrared, they list every piece of equipment he has in his house, every firearm that he has in his house. Okay,
And they
That's
seized all the firearms.
you know what,
They
C
seized
Rock?
all of them.
C
Listen,
Rock.
yeah,
1 second.
Jerry.
C Rock. You
front,
know
even
why?
at that level. What y'all want to believe, it's a lot easier to believe, oh, well, some fucking whack job, uh, some this, some that.
But that's what they want, Grant. They want those people that say, "Oh, that's conspiracy theory," because those people start working for those in power.
But C
They're
Rock,
they're
Yeah,
the army
yeah,
for those
yeah.
people.
And you want to keep something a secret? You make it so hard to believe that everybody be like, nah, no way, bro.
Exactly.
No way.
but part of that also, C Rock, is they don't care if it happens. Would you agree with that? Because C
I'm
Rock,
listening. What do you mean? Who doesn't care?
if we know that we have the ability, like I said, to send a car to the moon and do all this stuff, if they really cared about stopping this stuff, they could. They could put something where it just wouldn't happen.
Absolutely.
So, okay, cool. So I agree with that
And then you
100%.
got people like
It's de-
Jonathan always saying, "Oh, it's conspiracy theory. Oh, that's bullshit." He's working for him when he does that. You guys don't get it. It
no,
just blows my mind. It's
hey,
so clear to me.
the conspiracy theories, that back stuff. That's the biggest hidden fallacy or trick that people fell for, and it made billions. It made billions, and it just helped to further whatever. Where's that money going, C Rock?
I
Where's all
don't
the
know,
money
man.
going from that?
You and C Rock is having a love fest with all this conspiracy shit.
He's working for him, Jonathan.
Yeah,
You don't even know you're
y'all.
doing it, man. That's the worst
C
part.
Rock,
You know
with all
what's
this stuff going on in the world, where did the money go from all the vaccine profits? Where's that money?
crazy? The
Fucking find
CIA
out.
came up with that term. The CIA came up with the term conspiracy
I don't
theory.
know.
Jerry, can I say something really quick?
You just did, miss.
Thank you so much for letting me talk. My name is Sangeeta, and I want to go back to the question is,
Sangita,
would you, yes,
how come you don't follow Jonathan Bing and you don't follow the club and you don't
I'm
follow me?
I'm
Why?
sorry. I am just new here and I just followed Jonathan and I just followed you. I apologize. And I do follow the club. I do.
Go ahead though, Sangita. I'm messing with you.
Unforgivable.
Please, my apologies. Anyways, the reason,
No, send
the what
money.
I
The
wanted to
only
tell
thing
you
that
guys
fixes
is,
that is the only thing that fixes that is if you send $100 to both of those guys.
I wish, I wish I could, but Biden
It's
won't let me.
1,000 today, Grant.
Jonathan, that's why you
They
gotta
they
love.
raised
Yeah, that's why you
That's
raised
why
gotta
it.
love
you.
Grant. You
It's
gotta
a
That's
love
why you gotta
Grant.
thousand.
love Grant Cardone.
So Jerry, my question, my the answer, what I wanted to say is that somebody asked, the answer is, do they care? They don't care. Their whole policy is this: Republicans and Democrats are the same. They just pretend to be different so they can divide us and they can rule. The day they solve all our problems, we will not need them anymore. It is as simple as this. So, yes, all these mass shootings are not happening because randomly they are planned. That's what I feel,
Mm,
you know.
mm.
And yes, it is. You can call me a conspiracy theorist, but I'm telling you,
I bet you're not vaccinated, are you?
no, I'm not.
Oh,
Did you hear?
you
Did
know
you hear?
what?
Did you hear
There
what she
are
said?
still some good people in
Did
this
you hear what
app.
she said though? Make sure you guys get this. If everybody is sane and powerful and on the right track and ethical, you will not need the police. You will not need the government. and they don't want that. So pay attention.
Exactly. The day they solve our problems, we will never need them again, and they'll be out of jobs. So they'll make sure there's always something going
You know
on.
what? You know
What?
what, Miss? I didn't mean to cut you off. I got to say this. Grant and C Rock, what do you think the chances are that they're going to wake up something crazy with COVID in the next few months? Where it's going to be
Yeah,
like something crazy again, like you got to do this, you got to do that. What is the chance of
yeah.
that, C Rock?
It's there 99.9% during the midterms. Absolutely. You just watch. They will keep on doing this. They have found, like it's like their kryptonite. You'll go back and see a couple of months ago, the Republicans and Democrats came together in 5 minutes to send $1 billion to Ukraine, but they can't come together to solve any of our problems. When Trump was in power, they said we don't want a racist white supremacist in the White House. We don't want a white man, old white man. I'm sorry, who's sitting in the White House right now? Who is the president? An old white man.
Jonathan,
Okay.
can I mod her, Jonathan? Because she's perfect for debate the news.
I'm sorry, we
Hey,
are
come
getting
on
played.
now.
We are
Listen,
getting
Mod,
man.
played.
mod her up, Grant, mod her up.
Listen, man, if y'all really think that this whole narrative is the truth, y'all are sadly mistaken. There may be some truth in something like just like a broken clock is right twice a day, okay? Fine, but at the end of the day, they don't have to try to make themselves seem necessary. I can guarantee you that if you take off any form of authority away from us, you're gonna still have white people hating black people. You're still gonna have everybody else acting a damn fool out here. So don't get it twisted out here because you hear something that just sounds good, and just as easy as it is to digest this thing because it keeps you from having to actually think and actually do some work and go through the process of change, that's the answer, because it's not. I know they're making it sound easy, but it's not. Voting still
CB,
works. Come on now,
CB,
Jerry. No,
CB,
fuck that, man.
CB, CB.
Voting still works. Hey, listen, man. No, hell no. You could be right, but that's not the
It
total
still
case. And at
works.
the end
Tell
of the
me when
day,
it's worked.
listen, man. It's a process. And let me tell you something. Republicans and Democrats are supposed to work together. They're supposed to be a part as well. They're supposed to fight amongst each other. And there are some people who just truly believe in what they believe. The vaccination was not some big ass conspiracy, so you ain't gotta wake that shit up. Put that shit back to fucking sleep. In this country, we are still the best out here on planet Earth. Now we may have our fights, and we got some people on the stage that keeps calling us weak and all this other bullshit. If y'all feel that way, get the fuck out. But at the end of the day, we are really trying to move forward, and we
Hey,
have
let me
history.
say goodbye
We
to
have
everybody.
fucking
Let me say
yeah.
goodbye to
Hey,
everybody. No,
hey,
because
Jerry, you know I love you, bro. I gotta
no,
let
but
you go,
hey,
man. If you gotta roll, I gotta go.
everybody, no. CB just
Let
told me.
him
Hey,
finish.
CB just told me to get the fuck out of here, so I got to go. Everybody.
no,
Okay,
no,
so
you
CB,
know I love
CB
you,
on
Jerry.
one
No, I'm
side,
just saying, man. No, what we're
CB,
not,
CB
no,
on one side,
what
you
we're not
say
gonna do, what
it's
we're
a
not
learning
gonna do is shit
process.
on this
On the other
country, man.
side, when
This is the
I,
best fucking country that's around here. What we're not gonna do is shit on the damn country. Now we could
But
talk
it could
about
be
all
better.
these different things, but man, fuck that. Because if y'all really thought it was that bad, y'all wouldn't even be here, man. I'm gonna rest my mic right quick.
okay,
CB, why you getting
CB,
so fired up, man? Listen, just because you get
exactly.
fired up doesn't make it
No,
right. What you're
I'm
saying,
saying the
man.
reason why I'm getting fired up
So,
because I'm still a
so
black man to go through the same shit and I still fucking love this country.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I can hear all the
Look,
shit you're saying, but at the end of the day, look, come on, man, come
listen,
on, C
listen,
Rock,
listen
come
for
I
a
on,
love
second.
that,
dog.
CB.
If
That's right, CB. Hey, you guys that don't love America, you don't like the independence, get the fuck out of here. That's what I say, right, CB?
Goddamn right.
Move your shit on.
It's
Y'all
really
think this is the
hypocrite
only
of
country
CB
with
to say that
racism?
to me to get
You
the
think
fuck
this is
out.
Wait,
the
wait,
only
wait,
For
wait,
country?
wait,
me,
Miss. Let me. I want to hear what Grant's. Let him land,
Y'all,
Miss.
y'all think this is the only country without racism? Go travel a little bit. You think this is the only country with poverty and problems? Go travel another country.
okay, can I talk now, Jerry? First of
No,
all,
no, no.
Grant,
We don't
She
like dominant.
just smacked you, Grant.
She's a pit bull.
okay, CB, first of all,
Damn.
for you to tell me to get the
I'm
fuck
not
out
talking
of
to you,
this
ma'am. I'm talking
country.
to everybody else. I'm talking to everybody else.
CB, let her
No,
push.
one
CB, you
thing
gotta
you're
let
not
her
gonna have
push,
me.
bro.
Man, one thing you're not gonna do is put my name into something for you directly. I'm talking about everybody else. So, ma'am, don't take it personally, but if the shoe fit, put that motherfucker on.
Go ahead, Miss.
Okay.
Wear it.
Go ahead, Miss. Go ahead, Miss.
Yeah, so the person who
CB,
said that,
CB, it's
go
a
to
slipper.
different
It's a slipper,
countries.
CB. If the slipper fits, slip it up your ass.
Go ahead,
The
Sangita.
person who said that I need to go to different countries, yes, I am from a different country. I came here 25 years ago. I lived 28 years in Africa, but I'm an Indian. I was born in India, but I was raised in Africa. I've seen racism. I've traveled around the world. I've seen places that happen. The topic of this room is dead mass shooting. And the question was, do they care? They don't care. See, when we elect people, they're supposed to take care of our problems. It's a simple thing. That's why we elect them. We trust them. When they are during the they come on the debates and they promise before the election, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. We get inspired and we say, okay, I'll vote for that person. It doesn't matter who you vote for.
She got a
This
point.
is this is America. You can vote for whoever you want. It's
She
a
got a
free
point.
country. But
Thank you,
what is this?
Sangita. Thank you.
In in
Thank you.
in,
Appreciate you.
I have
in
a question. If it doesn't matter who you vote for, what are you voting for?
we are
What's the
voting for to
purpose?
end our problems. So
Let
whoever
me
says,
finish, ma'am. Let
yeah.
me finish. Okay. I don't understand how people can go to the poll and vote all this corruption into office and then stand back and say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You the voting is not going to do any good, but you went and voted for all this corrupt politicians. They didn't just walk in there, and you know how they got in there? Vote, well, some not voting, others voting for skin color,
Right.
party, gender.
Good
So
point.
you went and voted for all this. You put this corruption in there, and now you're going to say it doesn't matter? Well, then what's the solution? Because how you going to get them out? They make laws that govern your life.
Thank
Okay?
you, Miss
If
Judy.
they say today, we're making a law that none of you will own property, what the heck you going to do?
They can't make that law.
They
You
already
don't know
trying
what
to.
they can do.
Well, they
Jerry,
can.
The
They.
you think they
Constitution is
can't?
nothing but a
Come on,
Well,
piece
bro.
of
you
paper.
know what I? Okay, listen. They can make a law that you can't have a dog. Okay. So come on, y'all.
But
We
the
can.
point
Jerry, come
is,
on.
you vote for
You
it.
better study
You
Klaus
voted
Schwab.
for it.
You better study Klaus Schwab and WEF. They coming this way.
Eminent domain, Jerry. They pay people to get them off their own property.
So what's the
I got you.
solution?
I got
Because
you.
that's what it's coming to. They are trying. That's why they have China buying up all this property in the United States, so
The
you cannot
solution.
be a
The
property
solution
owner.
is come to my real estate rooms when I do them, and we talk about buying up more property. That's the solution. That's the solution. Buy up more property. So thank you, Miss Judy. Appreciate you more than you know.
I appreciate you too.
Thank you.
And
Now,
thanks, Luis, for having my back. Thanks a lot, Luis.
Carlos. Oh, Luis. Okay, cool. Thank you, brother. Please. Uh, no, you. Come on, bro. Anybody else want to jump in?
Hey, Jerry, this is Pete.
Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, yeah, they captured the guy alive. That guy that did all that shooting, they captured him about 20 minutes ago.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I got
Jerry,
distracted.
I'm actually reading it right now. I
Yeah,
just saw it. They said
no,
he was
no shooting.
captured without incident.
Yeah, no shooting at all. Matter of fact, they got it on TV here. I'm right outside Chicago. They uh, they just pulled right in front of the guy, and he got out the car with his hands up.
Wow. Wow. That's
And he's
crazy. That's
white,
crazy.
correct?
Happens every single time.
That's exactly what I was saying in the
Of course, he
comments.
wasn't brown.
That's exactly what I was saying. If he was, every time it's a white man involved in these mass shootings and stuff like that, they get away with,
90
you know,
shots. He got 60 shots, right?
yeah, but like when it's a black man or a black person or whatever, like even if they're unarmed, they get shot. But these people, they just get arrested.
If you're brown, it's don't talk, just shoot.
Okay. Okay. Everybody. Go ahead, Jonathan. Go
So
ahead.
yeah, guys. Hey, Jerry, I'm rolling out. I have a we have a course starting tomorrow, and so I have to actually go do a room over there. As always, I want to say thank you to everyone for coming out. And I appreciate the support that you guys have shown both Jerry and I. But if you guys are interested in learning about how to make millions, being in real estate with no money out of pocket whatsoever, legit for free, just you guys can join me at the Play Excel. So Jerry, I want to say thank you. Everyone else, I want to say thank you as well. So I'm on my way to open that room. And Jerry, you know what? Thanks for the support, brother. I appreciate you. Nothing but love.
Appreciate you too, brother.
Hey, Jonathan, don't leave, man. Conspiracy theories are going to jump in here.
Hey, bro. I think I can. Who said that? Positive.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Be totally honest. Be totally honest. Do you think I'm a conspiracy theorist?
I don't think I think there's some things you agree with that lean towards that, but not a full.
Okay.
Because
You're leaning, Jerry. You're
Wait.
yeah,
leaning.
you're leaning
Positive.
sometimes.
Positive. Do me a favor. Positive. Do me a favor. Give me an example of how I lean towards that. Give me a quick example.
I mean, it's not just one thing. Just sometimes people make remarks in here, and you just kind of
Pick.
go off.
Do me a favor. Pick one. Just pick one. I want to see if you can.
Just from Grant saying that helicopters flying over people's house and doing all this crap, and I just
Wait.
don't believe that this government is out there to
Okay,
kill its own people. I mean, we
positive.
have issues. We
Positive.
have
Do me a favor, brother.
sure.
And chat. I want y'all to listen what this dude just said. If you just said something that I don't understand why some people come to the stage and the way y'all communicate. You just said that Jerry sometimes can be a conspiracy theorist, and I said, give me an example. And you said it was like different things. I said, okay, give me an example. Name one. And you went to something that Grant Cardone said about a helicopter. How's that you give an example of one that Jerry did? I don't get it, bro. Like,
Jerry, you took this personal towards you. I didn't mean just towards you. I just meant there's a lot of people in here sometimes. I didn't
no,
say you. I didn't say
positive.
Jerry. Conspiracy theorist.
Positive. Let me ask you a question.
No, I just want to correct that because
I know,
you're
but
taking it towards you fully, right?
no,
I just don't want you to do that. Okay. All
positive.
right.
Listen, positive. Let me say something, okay? And please take this wrong. You sound like a typical person they call a Karen, and I'm gonna tell you why. You just said if since Jonathan's leaving, the conspiracy theory is about to come out. I asked you a question. Do you think I'm a conspiracy theorist? You said at times. What are you talking about? I'm taking it personal. You sound like a damn Karen, bro. So then when I say give me an example, you use Grant Cardone about a helicopter statement.
Okay, Jerry. First of all, don't call me a Karen. Number one, right? I respect you. No, no, no.
What did
Hold
he
on.
say about me, Jerry? What did he say about me?
Hold on. Hold on, Jerry. Look,
Who this guy? Who this guy talking about me when I'm not
Hey,
listening?
Grant. Just stop for a second, okay? I'm
Oh,
talking to
come
Jerry
on,
right now.
man.
So Jerry,
Independence
I respect you. I like you a lot. I think you're a great
about me.
guy. I don't
You
think you're a
respect me?
conspiracy theorist. Okay, let's just get clear the air, right?
Is that
I
positive?
just said sometimes people come in here and
Is
just
that
spread some of
positive?
this conspiracy theories, and it's just and I
But
and I
just so you
respect
know, I don't
Jonathan
take
Jerry,
who
it.
comes and
Jerry,
clears it
Yeah,
up
Jerry. Who
a
is
little
that?
bit.
Jerry, is that
that's
positive? We're
positive.
talking.
But
Yes.
See, that's a conspiracy right there. That positive bullshit.
conspiracy.
Hey,
Listen,
positive,
I love
positive.
America.
Listen,
I want
bro,
to.
mute your mic for a second. Damn. Let me tell you something. I don't take it personal if you do think I'm a conspiracy theorist. Because when you guys give examples and y'all talking about vaccines, I'll take that position. So it doesn't anger me because you call me that. I was just wondering why you mentioned Grant when you're supposed to give an example of how I am one, but you went to Grant. That's why I said that made no sense. So in other words, you
Okay,
could.
Jerry. Again, I get Grant is your buddy. I
Oh
get
my
it,
God.
and it's cool. No,
Positive. Hey, listen, hold on. Listen, man, you wasting a lot of goddamn time. He asked you a direct question. You gave an indirect answer because your ass was scared.
I wasn't
Positive, your
scared.
ass back on mute,
I'm
man. Get
not
the fuck out of
scared,
here. He
and,
said,
and, and you
do
just open
you
your mic
have
because you
a
want to talk.
problem? He said, do you think I, keyword I, which is him, am a
And I said
conspiracy theorist?
no. I don't. And I
All right.
said
And
no.
then you started talking about Grant and some goddamn helicopter, man.
No,
So
no,
I'm
no,
trying to
no,
figure this
no.
piece out,
Okay,
man.
so no. CB, come
Motherfucker,
on now.
trolling
He
Jerry.
Positive. Either way, thank you for coming
Okay.
to debate the
Are you
news,
gonna let me
brother.
speak? Are you gonna let me speak
There
or
go that
no?
Karen
If
coming out
not,
in you.
I'll leave.
Positive. There go that Karen shit coming out in you.
Chill out.
You got Karen traits, my
He
brother.
entitled. He
Crazy.
entitled, Jerry.
Hey, positive. I know you respect me. I respect you, but I'm just telling you those are traits of a Karen.
That's not cool. I didn't say that about you directly. You're taking it personal. I said there's people that come in here. They're like conspiracy theorists, and sometimes you lean with them. That's all I said. I didn't say you were a conspiracy theorist. And
I
then now you
agree
got all
with
your
you though,
boys
my
attacking me.
brother. I agree with you.
Well, now you're going to have a woman attacking you because
Bring it.
I know exactly what you said. And as an attorney, I take everything literal. You specifically singled
Another
out
lawyer.
Jerry. And, yeah, another lawyer and a former cop and a former prosecutor. What do you, and I'm white. What else would you like me to throw at you? Oh, yeah, I'm half Iraqi. My family fled Iraq because they're Jews and were persecuted. Anything else you want to know and diss on? What you said is exactly what Jerry has been repeating and what CB has been repeating to you. You didn't, when you were asked a question, you were specifically answered by saying Jerry spouts conspiracy theories in this
I did
room.
not say
And that,
that. I did not say
you
that.
listen
Yes,
to the
you
Okay.
did.
replays,
Yes,
dude.
you
Let
did.
me speak now. Let
Listen
me
to the
speak.
replays, dude.
Okay. Let's go back to the replays.
He said
Here's
he
what
Positive,
I
said he
positive.
said.
Let
leaned.
her land.
I just
Let
made a
He said he
positive,
remark.
leans.
I
positive.
just
Let positive. Let
yeah.
her land, brother.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Shauna.
Oh, I did land by saying listen to the fucking replays because, dude, you can backtrack all you want. We all heard what you said. And there was Jerry conspiracy theorist, and then you brought up Grant's helicopter New Orleans story. That's what you did. And when you got called out, you started to backtrack.
I'm not backtracking.
I
Again,
land my
now,
plane.
good thing your plane landed. Okay, crashed. Now, let me tell you something. All I said, Jonathan, don't leave because the conspiracy theories are going to attack. Okay, because he usually comes in here and clears it up. Then Jerry took it personal, and then he took it all upon himself, and now you guys are backing him up.
Oh my
I'm not
God, bro.
against
You know
Jerry. I
what?
don't think he's a
You definitely,
conspiracy
you
theorist.
sound like Karen
Hold on. Can I
2.0.
speak, bro?
No,
Can I
no,
please
positive.
speak?
No, Karen. Now I'm gonna straight out call you a Karen. Fuck it.
Okay,
I'm gonna straight out call you Karen. You wanna know why?
go ahead.
The
Do
way
it.
you're addressing me, okay, because you're talking like I'm a Karen. Jerry took it all personal. Bro, I was literally laughing because I was about to say to you, I'm okay with being called a conspiracy theorist. I don't care about that. You're not disrespecting me if you say that. To say I'm a conspiracy theorist, that's not
Jerry,
that's
I
not
don't think you're a
disrespectful.
conspiracy theorist. Okay, I'm
But it's
telling
not
you straight
disrespectful if you
out.
do.
I mean it. Okay, that's it, man. It's not towards you, bro. I didn't say you were a conspiracy theorist at all, right? I agree to a lot of things you say. Okay, that's why I come into this room. All right, I was just kind of making a. It was kind of jokingly telling Jonathan, "Hey, don't leave." You know, conspiracy theorists coming in, and you said something, and then
Okay.
now it's all a
I
fire.
appreciate it. But no, brother, we just having a conversation. Hey, but welcome to Debate the News, my brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you more than you know. Okay. Let's see who is in the building.
Yo. Wait a minute. Is CB okay? I just want to check on him because he's getting fired up tonight.
Oh man, I'm good to go, see Rock, man. Every once in a while, I gotta turn the heat up, man. It's still a
All right,
stove,
I
you
was
know.
just checking on you, man.
I'm gonna pass it to you,
Absolutely.
CB.
Good deal. Hey, listen, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Debate the News. Do us a favor if you haven't done so already. Click on the greenhouse icon. Follow the club. Do us another favor. Invite your friends in. Follow the founders and creators of this room, Jerry Malcolm, Jonathan Bing, and Grant Cardone with Cardone Capital. Make sure you give those folks a follow because they are the reason why we're in here right now debating some of the hottest topics and headlines in today's world. All right, 6 dead mass shooting in Chicago, suburbs. JAYLAND Walker video came out. We haven't talked about that yet. So if anybody has some intel on the JAYLAND Walker video, let's talk about it. But before we do that, I would love to give a moment of silence to the parents and anybody else that has lost family or friends to gun violence, regardless of who was on the other end of the trigger. It's a hard thing to swallow, especially on a day like this where we're supposed to be talking about independence, we're supposed to be talking about freedom, we're supposed to be talking about people who fight for other people's rights, and it seems like it's just not that clear across the board. Some of us look a little different, some of us feel a little different, some of us sound a little different. and unfortunately it's actually being felt overall right here in our country. But we need to find a way and a solution for it. So let's talk about it. It is popcorn style. Anybody can jump in.
I just want to bring a breaking news. They catch the shooter like a minute ago here
Go for it,
in
man.
the suburbs, 5 miles away from Highland Park. They got him in custody. He basically was stopped in a traffic stop. He stepped out of the vehicle, hands up, and then they just took him to the jail. Hopefully, he's gonna be executed publicly.
Now I'm going to ask a question that some of you may think is just an obvious answer, but why do you think he was just arrested unharmed? It's
Well,
just a curious question.
he left his gun.
He
First
wasn't
of all,
arrested unarmed. They found the
yeah.
gun.
First of all, he left the gun at
He
the
said
scene.
unharmed. He said
Right,
unharmed.
Oh,
unharmed.
Oh,
sorry, CB. My apologies.
I
No
don't
worries.
know
Go
why
ahead,
he
buddy.
think that. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, obviously now, you know, God knows why he put his hands up. They took him to the jail. Obviously, right now the media is on the police. They're all there. I know you guys were gonna go with this, but yeah, he left his gun right there, so it was an easy catch. If you guys can see the video, he stepped out of the car, he put himself down on the ground.
I'm
Anybody
not
else want to chime
defending.
in?
I'm not defending him, but he's 22 years old and probably lives in that lovely, rich, white neighborhood. And yeah, he came out of the car, as you all said. I just wish that they had seen him up on the roof and gotten justice.
Yeah, well, if he was a 22-year-old black man, he would have got out the car with his hands lifted and would have been shot down dead.
I agree.
Definitely
Jalen
I
was
wrong.
in his
I
20s as
100%
disagree with that,
well.
agree,
but
especially if he
Yeah,
was
Jalen
in
Jalen
hiding.
was in his 20s as well.
I no, I know he was 25. I'm not saying that what the police did in Ohio is anywhere near okay. All I'm saying is that this white boy from this rich neighborhood who's 22 years old came out of the car with his hands up. That's all, because that's what they do. They are, and had the young man in Ohio done the same, you are 100% correct. Even if he hadn't run away, he'd still be dead. Just so I'm not trying to say otherwise.
Understand. Thank you, Shauna. You know, it's so hard for us to be able to look at one case without comparing it to the other. And I think it's just how our brains work. We pick up on patterns and trends and things of that nature. And let's talk about this for a little bit, because this is a problem. Why do you think there is such a big difference in how we are handled? You know, is it just our color? Is there a fear there? We really need to talk about it, and that's, I feel like, is how we actually start getting to a solution. But what's the difference? Why is it handled so differently? What type of reputation have we put out, and what type of reputation is, or what, it doesn't even matter. What I want to hear from you all. What do you think is the difference?
I think that this case in Akron, Ohio, I don't even like. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the video that I watched. This is Shauna, by the way. You know, look, as a former cop and attorney and all of that, and I'm still an attorney, but all of it stuff, like my mind, I can't wrap around 60 shots. And I don't know why this happens in these towns, except to say that there are cities that are pure racism. You know, the black people or your African American people are persecuted. But I happen to live on, I don't know if this is good or bad. I live in San Francisco. We don't have those issues anymore because the DOJ stepped in. I just wish I knew a solution. I worked on several of the committees with the Department of Justice, when I was still with the department, um, in getting us off their list, because we had 128 biased, racist issues. But I don't think any of it works. I don't know how to end this. I wish I did. This is Sean, and I land my plane.
Absolutely, totally understand. Anybody else want to jump in?
Even with listening to Shauna say that or whatever, I was of the body cams in the comments that were under the video, and to hear someone, like especially someone who is white, whatever, say that it wasn't right is, you know, finally like a small part of like really, because the comments are disgusting. Like they're like congratulating the police, they did their job. It was all on sorry, I'm out of breath from walking, but it was all on the young man who got shot. And it's just like somebody has to see that whatever they did was definitely not justified.
I am not defending the officers and their 60 bullets, and God knows how many other that didn't hit him. The police chief has suspended them, and the Ohio State Attorney General, or whatever, the locals are not getting to take care of this case. It's going up. My hope is that what happened in Minnesota and in Georgia will happen to these cops. And I hope that they get arrested and put in Gen Pop, because what they did to that young man is despicable. This is Sean, and I'm done speaking.
Absolutely. And earlier today we were discussing, what should be the consequence, what should actually happen. In the state of Georgia, I believe 2 weeks ago, the Supreme Court allowed a guy to choose to be put to death by firing squad. And so, I know that actually wakes up and creates that trend that this can be something that's on the board if a person is given the death penalty. How do you guys feel about that? How do you think that we should handle situations like this? For the person who's not handled on site and the person who actually has to go through that process or that due process, what ideas do you think that we should have on the table for things like this nature? And here's the problem. It seems like in America, people say that, we go from one topic to another topic because we're just going to forget about it. But right now, it doesn't seem like we're going to have an opportunity to forget about these mass shootings because they're happening so quickly and so close together. And I truly believe it's actually been happening more, in my opinion, than what's actually being talked about. It's just we're only taking the information from what the media is reporting. I think it's really happening a whole lot more. And what is the solution? Let's talk about it. So all these people on the stage, and nobody has an opinion on what we should
That's
do.
what I'm like, what is the solution here?
Sorry, I just got a text message that my great nephew was born today. From my mother, so I went off for a minute. There is no solution. I mean, we talked about it
Nope.
earlier, which got that guy to say about the conspiracy theories. Do we vote? Do we do eye for eye like Mamadou said? I mean, what are the solutions? Eh,
What I was talking about earlier was how I'm not sure if I'm correct or not, so someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but about how easy it is to become a police officer, like as it is versus the other professions where you have to go through like years of school or like years of training. I think like isn't it super easy to become a police officer?
No,
Oh,
law
sorry.
school for me was that law school. Well, I guess it depends on if you're coming from the military or not. Right now, there is a crisis in the United States to retain officers. I believe it is the city of Chicago. It was the city of Chicago that went to San Diego to the Marine Corps base at Camp Pendleton that started recruiting those that were leaving. So they literally set up right outside where the discharge paperwork was to get them to immediately sign up because they are Marines, they have the training, but they still have to go through that 30-week retraining, which is not easy. Now, when I first did all that, I was 29 and I thought I was in shape. I was preparing for the Olympics. And it was still hell. And that was before they introduced all of this psych training and excess force training and everything else. I mean, I had to do that later on, but no, it's not easy to become a cop. It's grueling, and quite frankly, nobody wants to be a cop. I mean, do you know there's a mass exodus of NYPD right now? New York City is not, or New York and its boroughs are not going to have any fucking cops soon. And the fiscal year is July 1. Just as an example, so in San Francisco, we have cops and we have sheriffs. The sheriffs do the jails. The sheriffs do not have enough people because everybody quit or moved out or didn't get vaccinated and I'm not going there with the vaccination stuff, because so they don't have enough people in the jails, which is a DOJ violation. As of Friday, 622 San Francisco police officers turned in their resignations or retired. And on Thursday, June 30th, they had a class that graduated with 28 people. So it is hard. A lot of people don't want to do it unless they live in a red state. And it is what it is. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, that's what
Understand.
I would say.
Go ahead.
I would say, first of all, there's always a solution. I would never say there is no solution. There's always a solution. But every time I say, and this is not the only solution, I'm saying this is one of the solution, starts with your vote. Who you vote for, and hold your elected officials accountable. The reason why crime has gone up in New York is because of who we have in office. And they have relaxed the laws. No bail. The other day, we have a Dollar Tree. I don't know about other states, but in New York, you can go into the store, and if you steal below a certain amount, you can walk right on out the store because you were already told there's no prosecution. So what we have now, people coming into stores, going, getting a bottle of water, walking out the store, coming in with shopping bags, shopping, and just walking out the store. So if 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 our vote doesn't matter, then what are we voting for? You have to be conscious of when you go in that voting booth of who you're putting in office. And people, I mean, I've worked the polls. I see people coming in. I'm voting for this one because he's black, but you don't know nothing about his policies. I'm voting Democrat or I'm voting Republican all the way down. Voting for judges and you don't know nothing about the judges. Cause it's some judge now, women can walk topless in New York and it's legal. So I don't understand. Maybe we need to stop calling these people politicians and say lawmakers, because then you'll understand that they make laws that govern every aspect of your life. And we're here because of who we put in office. And that's where I think we should start voting them out. Why should somebody be in office for over 4 years and they haven't done the job? That's crazy. Why do we have politicians in office for 40 years? And our cities and our states are in a mess. Can you go on your job? You wouldn't even last a year to go on your job and not do it, but they have 4 years, don't do the job, and then we run right back and put them back in office. And then we sitting here wondering, oh, what we gonna do? What this doesn't matter. We need to wake up. I land my plane.
Thank you so much for
He's
sharing. Does
right.
anybody agree with that? Go for
I
it.
do. I
I
totally
do. This is
agree.
Right.
James from
I
LA.
agree.
One second. To the person who was saying she's right. Go for it.
So this is James from LA. Mrs. is right. I live here in LA, Los Angeles, and I follow my politicians very closely. I would encourage everyone. You should know who your local city council person is. You should know who your assembly person is. You should know who your congressperson is and your U.S. representative in your local area. The next step, once you find out, this is public information, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go find out what things they vote on. For example, we have a assemblyman. His name is Scott Wiener. He's in Northern California. He's right now trying to put a bill on the law that your youth from 12 to 18, they can get permission without your parent permission to go get a COVID test. They've based it on a young lady getting a an abortion. So here right now in California, if you have a 12 to 18-year-old or 17-year-old daughter, she wants to get an abortion, and I'm not going back and forth on the abortion debate, right? So I don't want to let's put that to the side. But that young lady can get an abortion without the parents' permission. And this is what he's using to say now kids can get a COVID test or vaccine to get vaccinated without the parents' permission. This is happening in California. So this is not a conspiracy. This is not me just making things up. This is what our politicians are doing, depending on what state you're in. If you're in a liberal state, liberal things are happening. If you're in a conservative state, conservative things are happening. And so we as Americans, as individuals, we got to get out of our own bubble. We're in a bubble. What California does and what Texas does is two different things. And so we get caught up in this mess and misinformation that both uh, um, both parties put out there, right? And we just run with it. We run with it and don't have a clue of how our Constitution work, how laws work. It's not about your feelings, ladies and gentlemen. It is not about, you can't go to court and say, Judge, I feel this way. They don't do that. There's laws, there's procedures. Whether you like it or not, that's what it is. And we get all emotional about these things. My name is James. I'm out. Thank you.
Those
Can I?
laws and those laws and those procedures ain't working though. So people get emotional because people are getting shot and killed in their neighborhoods and they're seeing stuff go on. So it's natural for people to get emotional. That's
Yeah, and
that.
I agree with you, Jerry, on that completely, completely. Because guess what? The homies, they don't care about the laws. White supremacists, they don't care about the laws. So now we're
Right.
dealing with something else. You can there's over 22,000 gun
Right.
laws in the United States.
Right.
22,000.
I got you. I got you. But listen, everybody. You know, I don't know how you guys are spending your fourth, or what you guys are doing on this day. California is nice and warm. It's nice and warm. But if you haven't done so already, if you haven't done so, there's a little greenhouse at the top, and it's called CB. Are you there, bro? Could you put up "Let That Breathe"? There's a little greenhouse at the top, and it's called Debate the News. If you haven't done so already, follow that club, or actually this club, and follow Jonathan Bing. He left the room. Follow myself. My name is Jerry Malcolm. I see some incredible people in the audience. Wow, we got a beautiful looking audience. I mean, stage, you guys are beautiful, but I'm just looking at the audience. I see some cool people. I see Tabia. I see April in the other April in the bottom. Princess, Ohio. Don't F with the Chuck. Chuck all the way from Florida. Chuck, I know we having lunch when I come out there next week, so be ready. You and the missus be ready for lunch. I see Michelle, Anthony. Michelle, you don't follow me. It's okay though. I must have said something you don't like. And I see Quincy, Matt, Patrick, Natalia, Michael. Yeah, I see some cool people. I see you. What's your name? Charnay. There's some pretty cool people in the building. Follow my new club. It's called Let That Breathe. I got another club called Seventh Round Corner Talk. You don't have to put that up though. But once again, everybody, I'm going to start back doing my rooms pretty soon. I'm just trying to recover from my voice. But it looks like, Miss, you got to mute your mic, Miss. But if I don't get it back no time soon, I'm still going to start doing some rooms because I'm a warrior and I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. I'm going to enjoy me some dinner on this 4th. I see you, Tara. I see Yvonne in the building. Mariana, Rasha from Love, David, Nivea, My man CB, follow my man CB. He comes and helps us hold it down. Peaches, I got my Peaches in Georgia. What's up, Peaches? Michelangelo, I see the Olympian. Ashton, everybody.
Happy 4th, Jerry.
Appreciate you. Once again, if you haven't done so, follow the club. I see you, goddess. I want to thank everybody. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. 5 days a week. Monday through Friday. 3 to 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 6 to 8:30. Y'all know the name of this song. It's called Thank You. I miss my real estate rooms, y'all. I'm anxious to talk about my system, CB. My CTC. Conversations that convert. Many of y'all on the stage and the audience don't understand that business is nothing but a conversation. I don't care what you learn. I don't care who your coach is. If you don't know how to communicate that lead to relationships, then your skill set that you think you learn means nothing. I don't care how motivated you are. The root word of motivation or motive is move. So it doesn't matter how much you move if you can't have the right conversation. Let that breathe. Thank you, Rasha.
Thank you, Jerry. I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Just so y'all know, I feel absolutely amazing. I don't feel anything. It's just that my voice gets hoarse. And my doctors have that post-nasal drip. And then it gets worse from talking so much. So I'm going to pull back. Push the door, I'm home at last. And I'm soaking through and through. And then you have and thank you, Positive, for debating. And all I see is you. And even if my house falls down now, I wouldn't have a clue. Because you're near. Natalia said this is her song. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And Natalia, let's see if we share the same taste in music. If that's your song, do you like this song? When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet. I like when he says, darling, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? I can't help it, y'all. I just can't help it. Will your eyes still smile? Here goes my favorite part. Listen closely. Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. Make sure y'all follow me. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 20. CB, I think I'm gonna do a 4th of July music room, brother. I think I'm gonna do that later on. I think I'm feeling that in my soul a little bit. Y'all remember a song from back in the day called Cruising? Y'all never heard this version. Y'all remember that old song called Cruising? Listen to this version. Listen to this version of Cruising.
My ladies, baby, let's cruise away from here. Don't be confused. The way is clear.
Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Everybody be safe. Be safe. Everybody be safe. CB, I'm about to hit you, my brother. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.
Happy holiday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Jerry.
And Jerry, you create your own fireworks.
Bye,
You
babe.
don't need
Have a
any
good
others.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Tara. Happy Happy Independence Day to you, Miss Tetta. See y'all tomorrow.
Be
Bye
safe,
bye.
Have a
everybody.
great day,
Bye.
Jerry.
Thank you. Bye bye.